Oh my god, what a circus. I just about 5 minutes ago during the countdown, I went and came back to my table to fill. I filled this up, and you see we have hardwood floors here, like really shitty ones, specifically underneath this chair, because the chair rides back and forward and grinds it up. I need a mat or something, and I just got a really big piece of wood, and it went right into my foot, and I lost a fair bit of blood. Maddie was a big help, and now my foot's all bandaged up, and I think I'm not bleeding anymore, which is fantastic. I'm not very good with blood, let alone my own. So that's good. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm wearing a sock made out of gauze. This is good stuff. Yo, Jessica, how's it going? Vincent, what's up, Metro Ball fam? Running parallel with how's it going? Hey, happy Netrunner Thursday. Hey, chat. Who needs to sleep when he got streams? And Arco, what's up? B King, let's go. Martini also able to watch the Metro Ball, having lectures timed previously. Oh no, it's awful. Yeah, it's not good. Colot, show me the card of the day. Yeah, I don't know if it's okay to show my foot on stream for feet. What?
She's playing with the ring.
Oh, she is playing. But yeah, my foot's like, ugh. That's the best I can do. I'm not very flexible. Yo, legitimately though, this is a weird week. This is normally the week that we don't stream the Metropole Grid, huh? This is E3 week, classically. We meant to have all the E3 presentations here in the middle of June, but we didn't, and so we're here. Maybe somebody will watch the Sony presentation earlier today. They streamed for like an hour and 15 minutes. It'd be good. Oh shit, that largely sucks. Yeah, it's not great. Yo, Lamille, what's up? Good evening. Thank God it's near bleeding anymore. Yeah, it was bad. It's okay now. It's all right. I'm hyped for Demon Souls. Yeah, me too. I am really. It's actually the only Souls game I haven't played. I never had a PlayStation 3, so I don't know if I can buy one of these things. The console, how do you put that in a room and not make it look dumb? Don't know. Really don't know. Also, in like self-promotion, this is also a special week because we never got to share this together because it always happens during E3, but tomorrow's my birthday. So at midnight tonight is technically my birthday, so glad to be hanging out with y'all. Keen to watch some good Netrunner, just having way too much jank while doing Just Play Better. What's my Just Play Better, Martini? It's also, yeah, you're right, it has been a while. How are you doing? Also, a couple things. I think there's only one big thing. We are streaming this Sunday. Happy birthday, thank you. Alex, thank you. We're streaming this Sunday. Me and Pat are doing a thing with somebody named Nemenic, who you might, I don't know, maybe you know. Basically, they've created a card generation program and Photoshop template and a way to make like template Netrunner cards really easily. And they actually went ahead and made 410 some Netrunner cards, and they've distributed them to me and Pat, and we're going to make some decks with them, and we're going to be playing them on Tabletop Simulator. So this has nothing to do with Nisei. This has nothing to do with standard cards, but we're going to be playing with a brand new, it's like 2-3 cycles worth of cards, and you know, they're not balanced or play tested, so it's all going to be on Sunday. We're going to start around 11 or noon, and we'll be playing for a couple hours, so it's going to be really cool. Finally 21, eh? Yo, happy early birthday. Thank you, Jessica. Hope you have a great birthday. Thank you. My birthday last week was great. Hey, yeah. Happy belated. Hopefully that went well. It's weird to celebrate a birthday in some extent in self-distancing, social distancing stuff. Usually my family, well, actually, no, it's been like legitimately years since I've celebrated my birthday on my birthday with family because I'm always usually down in Los Angeles for E3. So this is the first year not, which is kind of cool. But then, no, we still can't see them. So whatever. The randomly generated cards, they're not randomly generated. I don't know if I said randomly. They designed them, and then they used their editor and made them, and they have like art from people and like card text, and they've done some balancing. They're not randomly generated. They have like cohesive plot cycles and different mechanics, and it's neat. Obviously, Pat and I haven't played them. We have like, there's a lot of cards, so we'll see what we're doing, but that'll be on Sunday. Template's looking pretty good. Yeah, they are. They're good. They are good. Gullo, what's up? We started a very jank Netrunner series with a couple other Adelaide runners. Very jank. Good to see some Netrunner card. Oh, fuck yeah. Heck yeah. Excuse me. Can't swear. I wish I had a birthday weekend where people that just made cycles of Netrunner cards for me to play with a friend. Thanos, how's it going? Yeah, they made it a while ago. They distributed us a while ago, but we have time to show them off this weekend, so it's been around for a while. Sounds like a spiritual successor to the San Francisco Roseville cycle. Yeah, it's Chenchling. How's it going? Something like that, for sure. Can't wait to bring the hot generated cards when stores reopen. The bot generated. Yeah, they're not bot generated. I don't know if I've said that. Cool. That's even more impressive than, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And like, I've had the pleasure, we had our call like a couple of days ago to talk about some of the cards, and some of them are like broken, and we've agreed, like, we can't do this. And some of them are like you're gonna see stuff that's cool. You're gonna see stuff that could be printed. You're gonna see stuff that doesn't make any sense. For sure, like it's 400 cards. Like obviously that's gonna happen. But the cool stuff is really cool. Let me tell you that. I'm really excited. Cool. What are we doing today? Not too much. I got a beer, which now that I'm losing blood is going to be fun, I guess. We have a deck list of the week, which I believe is a smoke deck, and then we're going to be building some stuff. This is going to be a dumb build. This stream is called Divine. I think we're going to try it with the Deva programs for some reason. That seems like a thing we can do. Ooh, it sounds terrible, but we'll try it. Some of those bot-generated cards on the Twitter account are really fun. I like the noisy mechanic. Wasn't noisy actually a mechanic from original Netrunner? But I've seen some of those, like, you know, neural net, whatever, generated cards. Most card games are, you know, there's Twitter accounts for everything. This is a deck list from the Iberian Lockdown number 5. And it's important to know with the Iberian Lockdown, it's technically not strictly the standard meta. So I think they banned, I don't know what cards they banned specifically. It looks like they banned Turning Wheel in this. They also definitely banned Currents. So I don't know how good this is outside of that meta. We could definitely try it out. It seems fine. We had a game night kit tournament on Tuesday. We had about 15 players show up, 15 to 16 players, which is pretty great. We played without currents. I didn't see too big changes in the meta. I played some silly stuff. I played like the Alice deck with like 41 resources in it just to celebrate no scarcity resources. And it's not particularly compelling, but it's a thing. More Juon, yeah, kind of. I wish we did that. And that was actually a bummer because I was like really excited to bring that deck to the GNK and then realize, wait, Medium Blitz is a current. It sucks. I just worked against any stealth cards you've installed. Noisy was OG. Yeah, it was, right? Oh, geez, I got freaking smoked by this deck in round 1. Pun not intended. Hey, definitely pun intended. Oh, in the lockdown, huh? How'd the lockdown go? What can y'all tell me about the lockdown? So this is a smoke deck. I'm a big fan of modded. You generally didn't see classically modded as a 3 of Enshapers, and I'm a really big fan of it. I've seen some interesting smoke lists, some doing like Earthrise Hotel with Career Fair. I like that a fair bit, just to make sure that smoke can get running pretty fast, because admittedly smoke needs a lot of different installs to get going. The modded in this deck makes a lot more sense when we have R&D interface, which is kind of cute, especially when you pay for 1 credit for it, and that's our multi-axis, because we don't have Stargate, and we specifically don't have Turning Wheel. Anacam, also really good with modded. You basically play this for free, draw a card if you have that combo, and modded's okay with everything else. We play Penrose, which is fine, Corroder, and Afterimage, and then nothing else too flashy. We just play good Netrunner. Trickster Talk is a 3 of in stealth decks. I feel, or the 3 influence is a 1 of, excuse me, in stealth decks. I feel like people are on board with this. I'm not the biggest fan. I feel like stealth credits aren't that hard to come by, but I'm probably very wrong. We don't have any mantles in this list, which is really weird. I'd rather play Mantle than Trickster Taka. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Rash, how's it going? The Herbal Cigarettes one that was on FD tonight was also really good. What are you talking about? I firstly crashed and burned, but lockdown is super fun time. The meta is play decks you enjoy playing, which is dope. Heck yeah, that's always good stuff. So I've never been a big fan of smoke, but I think recently we played 1 or 2 smoke decks. I think they were even given from what's it called, from the community, and they were really okay. I think as smoke we also had a fair bit of fun with. I'm getting frustrated playing against some matchups that run really big ice, like Blue Sun. Right now most of the lists I'm playing are okay against assets and like fine against ice, but as soon as they have to deal with a big ice they kind of struggle, and smoke obviously deals with that pretty well. Also, a big thing about this tournament is Rizeki was banned, and Rizeki is MU. I think as Chancellor is pointing out, Mantle is MU, and we don't have that much MU when we're playing just Anacam, because we have to use everything up on everything else. Like our MU is pretty tight, but yeah, we don't have that, which is obviously a very good shaper card. But MU. Yo, Sid, that acid though. Yo, legitimately, I think that deck might be the best in the format. I'm really frustrated playing against that deck. I don't know what to do. Abagnale's super underrated, but weird in shaper. Oh, not Afterimage. Oh, you thought this was Abagnale? Yeah, this is definitely Afterimage. If I'm not mistaken, can you Afterimage with Pelongi? I don't know what the timing is. Me too. Mantle's just a security blanket. Sats, how's it going? Yeah, I could see it. I could definitely see it. I don't know if you need, like, the thing is, like, if you have an early net recur coming down and this list is running 3 of instead of 2 of, I could see you not needing them. Smoking hot. You only have 3 permanent programs though. I'd understand if it had Stargate. Mantle is so good. Yeah, Mantle's a good card. But also, Rizeki. Smoking hot. This is L. All right. Let's give this a shot. The big issue without Rozekis is like we have our economy is actually really light in this deck. Like we can break through things for cheaply, like we can break ice for cheap, but we can't do much else. Like we are not good at dealing with assets. Our economy is basically just net recur and that whole train. Beth is some economy and gamble. Like we don't have a lot going. If you have like 3 Rozekis, that is huge. It's like Scrubbers, no asset. So we played, it's the second time we played against Sid in the final round of our GNK. Sid's been joining our GNK and they've been playing this Asa deck, which I think is like the best deck maybe in the format. I don't know. I don't think it's that far off of the Worlds deck. Here, I'm going to move the microphone real quick, so I'm just going to mute. Okay, that might be better. All right, GameNet. So if we run, they make money. So a lot of times we just want to set up. We don't know what kind of punishment they're on, but usually misdirection is handy to some extent. We don't have any early economy, which I reckon is going to happen a fair few times in this deck. So we want to mulligan into a gamble or a piece in our time. So that's actually a really good opening. Wow, it doesn't get better than that, does it? Like Spombo Asa? Yeah, it's so consistent. It's not Spombo. It's basically it's, I don't know, in the stuff that we recorded, it was like on turn 3, and I think they drew 20 cards or something like that, turn 3. Like they're running Violet level clearance, obviously fully operational, and they're also running, Violet level clearance, fully operational, and then the thing that gives you +4 hand size, and they just draw through everything, and then they rush out and score and threaten punitive with recursion. It's really, really, really strong. Yeah, this opening hand's sick. So server 1, I don't know what upgrade it would be. I'm always assuming Ash with GameNet. GameNet says the first time that we spend or lose credits during a run, they gain a credit, or not the first time, whenever, excuse me. That's a huge difference. They kept too. Best of luck, have fun. So we definitely want to we could, in theory, like figure out whether we want to set up a run. We don't have really good accesses for the dirty laundry. We could run R&D, but we're going to struggle to steal Bologna in the early game. We do have Film Critic. We don't want to steal SSL. So I think we can just like set up a wee bit. The Taka down early is only okay if we get a breaker quickly, which we definitely can. I think we want to do the gamble. We definitely want to get Beth down as soon as possible to get the most value, and we could, in theory, play self-modifying code to threaten a clot. Then the stim hacks are good. Next turn, we can just like modded down the R&D interface and then dirty laundry R&D if they don't do anything, but I'm assuming Rashida here is going to draw up, so we'll play this before they play Scarcity, I guess. I like gamble RDI laundry. I don't know if we want to go that in too early. Like a lot of times Shaper wants to set up a bit more, but it's a very aggressive play. I just think it's kind of rough if we hit Bologna or SSL. Also, happy birthday. Thank you, Rash. So there's the Rashida. That's going to be 4 cards, 3 credits off the mandatory. Abigail is good, especially with Simulchip. I tried that before in Geist decks, doing like Geist with Abigail and I guess Damara is still around, and it never really worked out. So we have lost our free access. We're going to get a free credit though, which is actually really important for our economy. We have the Film Critic, which is very good. It lets us deal with the Bolognas, the SSLs, in theory Film Critic, in theory also like Quantum Predictive Model, Explodapalooza. I don't know if they're going to be on that sort of stuff. But getting our economy up is really important with Ash. They did throw out 1 card. We can always check what that is. Not a lot of very good plays here. We can always just like Film Critic Dirty Laundry Archives just to get credits. But we're going to need to run in the next couple turns because this has a really strong punishment if you don't use the credits. They threw out a C-Source, which is effing terrifying when you're playing Nemriker. Your issue is Geist? No, Geist is really good. I should have actually played Geist probably in the tournament on Tuesday because I think Geist is one of the runners that really benefits from having no scarcity resources in the meta. Install credit. Okay. Could be a 3-2. I think we're fine with that. If it's like a CU, it's miserable. Double diesel off of the second diesel off the Beth draw. Let's get some more money. All right. So we could do the Necrunner boost thing, but like, wow, these are really expensive installs. I think we want to get our after image down. So we can like guess what ice there are. They're generally on Turnpike. Data Raven's pretty common. They want IP blocks. They want slot machines usually, even sometimes toll booths, and they want gold farmers. The barriers, we don't really have cool tricks to deal with. Man, it's so scary right now to run and then like risk C-Source, but we need to get something on the table and start boosting. So I think we will. So we're gonna go risk We're gonna do some risks. We'll do Netrunner. We'll dirty laundry archives so that we can boost for a credit. And then I guess we have to pump this. I did that always the backwards way. We'll learn. We're not getting a really good access there, but we don't. Now we have 2 stealth credits. So next turn we need to figure out how to. We can always just use a stealth credit to boost this with the Trickster Taka. We just have to use it during a run. It's all advance. Wow. Leave guys alone. Yo, Ed, how's it going? Never. Actually, I will when they rotate. He will rotate soon, right? I threw those com breakers into D99 Crim deck and they were clutch at times. Man, I really need to play more District 99. So I don't know what this possibly could be. I imagine it's Ash. I don't know what else it could be. We could force him to res. I feel like we just want to mod it down an RDI. And mod it down an RDI we will. They score below it, it's fine. No SMC run? I think we're okay here. Now we're going to see 2 cards. Thinking. Ooh, that's always good. So we can deal with they can't res. I don't know what 8 they can res. Like they can't res flare. What's it? Not flare. Hydra. But they could res Toll Booth. We're always going to boost with Trickster Taka, just so we don't get a tag, because that'll be bad. Yo, Marc Andre, how's it going? Thinking's always good. Yo, Max, how's it going? All right, so we're going to boost this. In theory, if we steal an agenda, we're a problem if we hit 2 agendas in a row with Film Critic. So I think we're just going to go ahead and boost twice. That's a really low chance that that's going to actually be a problem. Attitude adjustment. Okay, that means they're usually on bigger agendas or some weird combo and gold farmer. So we could have seen that coming. No respect for Archangel? None. But even if they Archangel, we're fine. We got like 2 to trace. Score out of Bologna and SSL. Bologna up to 10 credits. Now we can start pressuring stuff. We're okay. Trickster for SMC? Oh yeah, you can do that. I didn't realize you could do that. That's really cute. Free card draw there is probably our best option. So now we just want to pressure. It actually might be a good time to run server 1 just so we can trash things. Like if there's an Ash here, it's a fine time to trash it. We don't have to boost into the trace and give them money. So we'll force them to res here while they don't. They actually haven't played an econ card besides Rashida, like no hedge fund or IPO. So making them spend credits so they're below the IPO threshold might be good. I guess we know they're drawing into a gold farmer. And now attitude adjustment means next turn they can... I don't think we need a boost. We're going to run it another time. It's a forced connection. Wow. This card's pretty okay. Oh, the guy's core ID is a funny thought. Trace 4 to get 2 tags? Yeah, we'll pay 4. Free, I guess? Forced connection. Wow, they gain money on that. That's pretty cool. I'm glad we've diffused that though. Yo, happy Thursday. Haven't seen Smoke in a while. Very cool. Yeah, right? Why not Taka there? Taka you can only use for programs, so we can't actually use Taka to do traces or to trash. So they just gained 2 credits. That's fine. But at least now that server's gone, now we only have 5 credits. We spent a lot there. So again, we don't have a lot of economy in this deck. We've actually played 2 gambles, 2 dirty laundries. So we only have 1 more of each and then 2 piece in our times and stim hacks. So it's an issue. It's definitely an issue. We've already got our net recur credit. We should have used smoke, shouldn't we? Oh, it's only for icebreakers. No, so we can't. I think we'll just draw and click for credits. Again, they're on Seesaws, so it's pretty terrifying. First connection is to price tag what advanced concept offers to corporate sales team. I don't think so. The fact that forced connection gives you 2 tags, fires some R&D, and actually capitalizes on a credit differential in a meaningful way, I really don't think that's the case. Price tag is hella good. Don't get me wrong. I think forced connection has its place, and I think is maybe a bit underutilized. Like this is kind of a good card to like when you have huge credit lead. Unfortunately, that is 4 influence for them. We got 8 credits using programs, so we can always panic SMC, I guess. Econ is tight. It's a toll booth. My lord, okay. So can we Palangi this? We can Palangi this, right? How big is hell in your area? That was an NorCal thing. I don't know how big it is. My area is specifically more French speaking than English, so it's hard to tell. We can Pelongi this, right? Not bad in GameNet for the trace. Yeah, GameNet's even a bit better. No. After image is on the counter, you can't? Wait, did we actually goof it up? When you choose an ice type, the ice you are encountering. Oh, so we can wait, this doesn't work. So we'll just pull out our other one. We'll pull out our Penrose or what have you. You can use Pelongi to break it? Oh yeah, but it's really expensive. Huh, let me think. I think it is really expensive. Yeah, it's very expensive. Like you can use a break beam as well Penrose. Yeah, I think so. I think we Penrose here. All right, let's get a Penrose. Oh, this is a huge news point. Worlds is no longer happening in person. I don't know if you showed the list, saw the article on Issei, but it's being moved to an online event, which I think everyone saw coming. Obviously, it's a bit of a bummer, but there'll be more news on that soon. If you had a hotel, the reservation should be automatically refunded. But do check that out. Man, our money goes so quickly. Maybe we should have just bounced here. Okay, continue to encounter ice. We can lose 3 from whatever, it's fine. Big Bomber 2 for AA, 1 for Penrose, I think. So they gain 1, so we'll boost. It's probably Rashida, right? Jesus! Oh boy, it's another force connection! Oh, we're in such a bad spot. Oh, that's so rough. Just looking forward to visiting Toronto. Yeah, another year, hopefully. I don't know what's going to happen next year, but yeah, it's definitely a bummer. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, wait, no, we can use Netrunner. Hold on. What are we doing? Okay, well this is bad because we're behind on credits. Yo, Cody, how's it going? Play with NM? Yeah, totally. What's your roommate cooking? Maddie is, I'm pretty sure, making a cake, which is very sweet. So we'll see. I think it's a carrot cake, which is difficult because I can't eat lactose. So you got to make it dairy free. So she definitely put some effort into that. You're gonna hear some carrot stuff going on. Carrot cake is a really good cake. I feel like I'm an old man in some cases where I'm like really big into carrot cake and like oatmeal cookies. Like those are my choices. Did you pull all credits from Netrunner for a reason? Yeah, because I think we might get C-Sourced here, and I'd rather have the credits in my pocket. Like C-Source trash or C-Source closed accounts, you kind of have to put one over the other. I think, like, you're right, it's a bummer that we lost stealth credits, and that might be worth it, but if they do C-Source trash to Netrunner while it's full credits, I guess then we boost into it. Maybe that is wrong. That's the way I was thinking of it. I was worried about losing it. Oh, they just clicked for 3. We got away with murder there. Tonight we're drinking pomegranate hibiscus and tea white beer from Brasserie du Monde, which is somewhere in Quebec. Insane Hyacinth. Fantastic. I think you could have kept 2. Yeah, we definitely could have kept some. We didn't need to use all of it. I did because I panicked. Too much detail. Carrot cake rocks. Yo, Danske, how's it going? Oatmeal cookies are the best. They really are. Raisins are underrated as well. It smells really nice. Okay, so beginning turn, 5 credits. Okay, we have kind of equalized the game. We're always going to have to hit the toll booth. Like, we don't have a hunting grounds, which is definitely a bummer. So I think we want to set up because our economy is not good. We can definitely run. We can play that next turn if they're not threatening us to run, but we want to run archives. Let's draw once for dirty laundry. No good. And once they spend a lot of money on this, we can always pressure R&D, and luckily we have all 3 forest connections out. So we'll run archives just to boop. Can you just put Netrunner credits into your pool? No, you can't. I just goofed it and didn't boost at the right time, so I put them into our pool and just spent them instead of just like hitting the command to make this 0. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. I should always do this. Oh, I can't do that. I have to do this. So they threw out an F2P and the attitude adjustment. Attitude adjustment either means that their hand is not agendas? That's weird. Running this is like clicking for a credit, right? Because we boost into it. We probably can draw once more, or click for credit. I'll click for credit. We can play a bit safe. When I grab a cookie thinking it's chocolate chip and turns out to be raisin oatmeal, I'm very happy, yes. Carrot cake and oatmeal both rock. Andrew, how's it going? Yep. I'm the opposite, Dan, but that's mostly because I don't like raisins. Yeah, raisins are decisive, or divisive, excuse me. The bakery in my hometown used to sell carrot cake style muffins called sunrise muffins. Oh, that sounds really nice. Raisins are just chocolate chip traders. Yo, Philip, what's up? I'm not a big fan of chocolate chips. I'm like not a really big chocolate dude. So like chocolate chip cookies to me, never excited. Install advance. Okay, so it's either NGO front, which would be disastrous for us, another Bologna, and we just like don't have the economy to run this. If we play this turn, we can't run, and then we're basically all in on locking them on R&D. Do we run this, chat? Like, it's so hard. Like, what does it cost to run, actually? To run this, we spend 3 credits. Oh, that doesn't seem bad. But I threw out a C-source, which makes me think they must have another one, right? Yo, Terrence, how's it going? It's Thursday. Welcome. Yeah, 3 credits a break. Like, that doesn't seem terrible. If it's a Bellona, we just film critic it. I wish we had more money. I'm going for it. This is a trap. Oh, they actually gain a credit too, so that's kind of a bigger deal. Right? Like it's 9 credits if it's a... Oh, we can lose for them. If it's 9 credits if we... Yeah, that's so bad. So bad. Like, we just click for credits here. If we pieced in our time, it would have been such a good play. So we'll probably get C-Source, Trash, Netrunner. I don't know what happens. Celtics are always poor. Yeah, Fat, how's it going? Yeah, this one, like, normally you can play Rizeki, and here we'd be getting a credit a turn, and then you can keep up, and that's real money, which is good. They didn't C-Source us here. Oh, it looks like we're okay. What can this be? Rashida, Beal. They also have all the money now they can ice up R&D. Like, I don't think we're going to enact pressure. Why so precious with the Taka credits? Yeah, we could have spent more. We spent 1 from our ability, 1 from Taka, though. So we technically used as many Taka credits. Like, you'd rather use Smoke than Taka, right? Because Taka is long-term value. Ah, this is terrible. I feel like we just have to piece in our time here. Enjoy your free money. Stimac's good. SMC's okay. We don't have to play it here. Double Stimac's good. Usually one trashes the other, though. I'd rather have a backup Mercur than Film Critic. Nice to have Caddy, too. Yeah, Caddy's a bit slow, but yeah, Caddy's okay. So that's Beal. They're on point. Oh, you'd rather use Taka, I feel, to put it further away from any. Yeah, I think we can plan that we're definitely going to spend the credits this turn. Like, we always should run. Unfortunately, like, the whole piece in our time is definitely important in Shaper that struggles with economy, but unfortunately, you can't use, like, your rig. I think we now just like put down this and run R&D. We're assuming that this is a gold farmer. If not, this is a gold farmer. So I think we could actually just stim hack R&D. If they don't have an agenda in HQ, we'll lock them for a bit. I hope. Hey, it's the front page smoke? Yeah, totally. How's it going, mister? Oh, the Archangel. You're right. The respect. So it's 3. Forces us to boost twice. Pretty good. Smoke. There we go. Gaining money. We're probably not gonna. What's the chance that we're not gonna use any of the stealth credits? Oh, F2P. All right, so paying 2 on this obviously gives them money, so we're just gonna pay 2. Wow, this is a useless stim hack. I think we're just gonna pull out a Corroder regardless, of course. All right, we have all our breakers. Turnpike into Tranquility Home Grid. That's spice. I guess that makes sense with our resources, but I don't think we care about this. Ah, it's free. Yeah, why not? And then quantum predictive model. Do we want to steal? No. So they're probably in Data Raven. No, we'll just steal it. It's fine. All right. So now we only know the top card. So that lock that we thought wasn't going to happen. We know to every turn to run this, it only costs 5 credits altogether, which is definitely good. Huh. Peas in our time. Netmer cookies. Okay, so we lost the second stim hack. That always happens. That's such a huge credit loss. That's really unfortunate. And now it's all about whether or not we can contest the remote next turn. Simulchip gives us access to SMC and to Clop, but we have to trash something. Anachem seems a bit late here. Oh, the Pelongi in the pockets are really, really good. We have 4 hand size, it's fine. You couldn't use Taco for the bypass there? Why not? Why not? Hey, good night, Jessica. Install. They could jam in there. Oh, drawing? Undo click, actually. So what was the top card? Turnpike? So it looks like they don't have an agenda in hand or they don't feel safe. So I feel like we could just run back here and see 3 cards. We can install the Pelongi. I don't know how much it does. I don't know what ice we're worried about when we have this much money. And their money just kind of fell apart. So hopefully we just get the Shaper Lock. Yeah, it's a Turnpike, right? Because the bypass isn't a program, or it was after the image you used. AI is a program? Wait, what? I'm not sure I follow. Taka is a program. It's Taka's only programs, and after image is a program. Right? Am I missing something? So the Turnpike, we're going to lose 1. So how much is this to break? 2 credits, same as bypass. We'll rather bypass that one. I think the question is whether the trigger count is using a program. Yeah, totally. Using is if you made a choice on the card. So this is a use of after image. Right? It doesn't mean that you have to use the paid abilities. If you've made a decision operating the card, that's using the card. Only one of these have to be stealth. I misread. Oh, it's all good. So we'll bypass for 2. So now our stealth credits are actually really low. Like this is where Mantle is good. Quantum, no thanks. Better Citizens Program. What is this? What? So much for R&D lock. Now we gotta run back. Oh, we got so much Taka credits. My cats. Oh, I thought now we have to run again with Trickster Taka. Oh, bummer. We got all this free money. So we have to run back if we want to lock R&D. I guess we could always lock the remote, but we definitely want to like pump with Trickster Taka just so we don't take a tag. I think we can run HQ here. I don't know what we're accessing. Low and stealth credits, right? Yeah, yeah. Fairchild 1. Interesting. I'm just gonna use 1 here. What? It's each run? I thought it was 1 per turn. Oh. Oh, that's really good. GameNet synergy? There's no GameNet synergy here. You click through it. You're right. If they double, it's actually kind of cute if they actually pay twice. C source. Okay, obviously scary. Nemrico turns out it's good. Eons, how's it going? Yeah, that's wild. I really didn't realize that. Like, I'd rather run archives here than click for credit. I didn't realize that. Actually, no, it's technically not better. Wait, no, that's actually not better at all. Moving it over here, no, that doesn't do much for us. All right. When you realize how good Netmerker is. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting seasoning for sure. Force Connection, Tranquility. They have to be on 2 of these, at least 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what else they're on. It's better? Hey, what's up, Rob? Is it better just to run that to move those over here than clicking for a credit? Like, obviously it moves it to our credit pool, which is much more flexible, but just having more money seems important against C-Source. At least it doesn't say whenever. If it was whenever, it'd be broken. You could just do it on itself. I feel like my camera is a bit high. I'm gonna lower it. That seems better. All right, we're at 13 credits with Netrunner in terms of tracing. The speed is actually quite nice. We have all our breakers. The remote got a bit cheap. They drone and 2 unknown cards, 1 off mandatory, 1 off draw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have half the agenda points still in their deck. Some might be in hand. If they're on Quantum, they must be on Data Raven. It makes a lot of sense with F2P as well. Hedge fund, okay. So we have to make sure that we don't go too poor. I've been playing around with GameNet a lot recently. I think it's easy to fall into traps of trying to trigger the ability as often possible with bad cards. Yeah, I agree with that. This looks like they want us to go HQ. Let's see if we can just run R&D here. So, thinking we gotta do some math. So if we dirty laundry, we'll be running with 9 credits. This is gonna be 3 credits. This is 6, this is 7, 8. Yeah, it looks like it's possible. We just wanna make sure we don't lose the C-Source. And they don't really have a good C-Source exchange right here, which is kinda nice. Not to mention that you can use it to draw. Yeah, using this to draw is like a really big deal. And the problem is like, a lot of these Shaper decks struggle for economy, so it's never a really good option unless you're accessing it to like Obakata, something like that. So this has to be 1 stealth, 1 reg. I'm gonna keep the stealth credits just because we need it. This has to be 1 stealth, that's it. Did I miss your discussion of the BOWW beer of the week? Oh, it's a hibiscus white pomegranate beer. I like fruit beer a lot, so that's where we ended up. It's been quite nice. All right, we see 3 cards here. We have 5 credits to access. I mean, you can use Netrunner credits in the C-Source trace. Yeah, totally. Gold Farmer, IPO, Gold Farmer. Ooh, not good. Really not good. So I don't think they have it. 2 stealth? 2 stealth? Oh, we're not bypassing. So it only has to be 1 stealth. Hibiscus white pomegranate beer. Sounds bomb as FECK. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's really good. Bruit? Freer? I don't know what we need to draw into right now. Like the last RDI? Man, we drew into the last RDI. Are we all 3 moddeds out? Anacom is at the bottom of our deck. I believe that's now how you properly pronounce it. Someone was kind enough to write a comment. I think that's it. So now we don't have to run R&D again for another 2 turns likely. They just drew into a Gold Farmer, which we have no good way of dealing with. Archangel's a stray 6. You need to boost Penrose twice. Oh, you're right. Yeah, we do. Archive image for MGO front, install, advance. I love this play. It's such a good play. This could be the NGO front. It also could be the winning agenda. What do you think, Chad? Paying for Bologna with Netrunner would be stylish? Heck yes, it is. Paying for Bologna with Ghost Farmer, for Ghost credits, or whatever it's called, Ghost Runner? It's good stuff. So we can run R&D and see a new card. We have to, in theory, run this. I think it's a Ghost branch. I love this play. This is such an underrated play. Like DRM, install NGO front. Gotta run it, especially with R&D not being fresh. I feel like you're right. Like it doesn't cost us a lot to run it. The issue is if we run it and it is the NGO front, like we're done. Like they can C-Source us and then we lose our Netrunner. And we just threw out our second Netrunner last turn. Like dumb. We didn't think about that. Yeah, I feel like we just do run it. Oh, it's so bad. I feel like if they C-Source us, we still have a chance, but Trickster Taka just does not give you enough credits to use our Stealth Breakers. Like, if we lose Netrunner, we lose everything. And they have a C-Source in hand. I don't think we can run it. I think we run HQ. And see, if we see an NGO front, we panic. How bad is it to lose Netrunner? Terrible. It's really, really bad. Because we only have Trickster Taka, we have no Mantle. We have 1 more Netrunner in the deck, and then this only generates 1 stealth credit a turn, which is not even enough to use After Image. So we can't even break any of these. Oh, we have Smoke. Yo, what's up, Will? Sokka, how's it going? Cost reroll credits to the booth? Yeah, that's it. That's all it costs us. That's very little. Yeah, but then they gained 9. Right? Like, we're on 9, they're on 19. I guess they're going to get the money no matter what. It's really bad though. I think you have to. I don't think we do. I feel like they would have jammed last turn if they had it. Chat, you're gonna be really upset if we lose here, but I think they had it last turn. If we lose, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Oh. No! No! Nice. What a play. Why risk it? Because we lose the sea source. Well, not we lose. We'll just have a miserable time. We probably should have just ran it. Bold. It's a really good play, but I think that's a big point. It's like, I don't know how they still should win though. Like, man, that's bad. We should have ran HQ, got the 1 in 5. Thanks, you too. Exactly, sea source does not make you lose. Sea source and trash netmaker probably does. Right? Like, how do we break this after we lose? Like, say they do sea source into trash netmaker next turn. Admittedly, they're gonna have to spend a lot of credits, which is pretty good for us. But we can no longer. Well, I guess we can't. We have 2 a turn. Maybe we can. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's not as problematic as we think it is. Sea source into closed accounts would obviously be a bigger issue. Now, I don't think I can ever beat your money. I think, didn't you have closed? Do you have closed? I have to like bait in a remote. I feel like if we do sea source net, we're gonna struggle to deal with double code gate. R&D doesn't even have a hard ETR. No, well, not really, but you can't let all these fire. Archangel bounce R&D's interface was not that bad. The tags we could probably float at some point. Yeah, but we maybe did goof that. You just walk into R&D by beating 1 trace. Yeah, we probably should have done it. Or run interdiction so you can run it if it's NGO. That's how you usually remote lock with smoke. Well, they can pre-res it, but like the NGO bluff playoff archive memories doesn't happen a lot. Interdiction just goofs them. We still have to run it, but yeah, it does save us 8 credits. Slots though. Bummer. Our economy did hold up. We didn't get the Anacoms down, and I don't think we actually needed the MU from the Anacom. I don't know if this card's worth it. That's a bummer. Probably should have ran it. Sid, what was on outside of server 1? The single advance is also really weird because like if it's a Beely, you don't need to do that, but obviously if it's an NGO, it's good. So it has to be better citizens program. This agenda suite's also like obviously buck wild. Is this card good? This is a list from a no currents tournament as far as I understand. Yeah, Creo, totally. Lockdown doesn't have didn't have currents. I don't think it had Stargate. I also don't think it had turning wheel. There's a lot of things that it didn't have. Gonna make some dinner and catch the rest of the VOD. Happy hunting. Hey, thanks, Ludmilla. We're gonna try another one with this. Enjoy your dinner, huh? We'll do one more. What are we doing here? Runner. Oh man, it's really hot. I'm gonna turn the air conditioning on. It's both really warm and also the embarrassment of that remote really got us. It's bananas? Really? Why? Okay, opening hand. Architects of Tomorrow, that's another similar identity where like the more we run, the better it is for them. Eventually they will glacier it, but we're pretty good at dealing with ice. Opening hand, I don't think it's another one that we can do worse than that. That's really, really good. We have 2 economy cards. Let me know if the audio got a lot worse. But it seems okay. I've been checked out of A&R, waiting until next lockdown and holding out until MWL before getting back into standard. Can't wait for new MWL. Yeah, somebody posted from Nisei on Facebook in the last couple of days, and they said very, very soon, if I'm not mistaken. So I was expecting something today, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, but I have no doubt we'll be finding out very soon what's going on with the new must-want list. So we have Beth, we have double gamble. This is really good. We can draw it once. That's a start. Don't worry about remote play. Everybody makes mistakes and it's easy for us to talk on the side of the stream. Totally. I don't know. I feel like it's more important. Do we piece here? I don't think we need to. It'll give us 5 clicks. Yeah, probably. It's fine. This card probably doesn't matter. Okay, everything else is a bit clumsy here. Simon Chip doesn't get access. We can just put down a Penrose. Piece with no remote, you're right. It's a good time to play it now when there's not like a question of whether we run or not. So if they don't do anything, we just put down our R&D interfaces. If they do something, we just camp the remote. That's largely all we're gonna do. We're also gonna see what ice they have when they res it for free or for cheap. And so we'll know what we need to get on the table. And bypassing sentries, especially some of the bigger Bioroid sentries, is really, really valuable with after image. Okay, we can put down Netmerker and start doing our boost credit econ. Seems fine. Oh, we have a click left here. This is awkward. So we'll boost just to get the free credit. So this is basically like a sure gamble. We actually probably want to just draw a card here. No, we need the stealth credits. We don't have Trick Taka. Play the SMC threaten, stim hack. Nah, we'll be fine. I hope this is Emboli Tect, like Ampolis. Wait to install Penrith because of its temporary ability. Oh, you're totally right. It does have a temporary ability. Fascinating. It would have helped us out a fair bit. This could easily be one of the free cheap res things. I feel like we might be able to contest with SMC into run server 1. This is probably like, I think Ash makes a lot of sense in this deck because you can do a cheap res on it. I feel like it's an okay time to run here. If we diesel into stim hack, we're in a pretty good spot. Now we have to unfortunately do Corroder stim hack run or SMC run, which is awkward. We'll try it. This could be bad. Could be an Embolus too, I guess. So worst case scenario, if they hit and end the run, we'll just boost L smoke. It's a border control. Okay, that's cool. That actually doesn't need stealth tokens. And if they pop it now, I think we're pretty okay. We're not gonna use stealth credits. They could end the run here. It's a Loki. So it's a barrier with 3 subroutines. So they spend a lot of money. If we pass this, they get the cheap res. And I'll just pay 3 here. So they could border control. They also get the cheap res. They can res Ash. Fairchild 3 on R&D. That's pretty good. We break that for 4, which is still a lot. Corporate sales team. It's a Jinja City Grid. Well, we're definitely going to destroy that with heavy prejudice. Okay, so that obviously was very good for us. They did pay 2 credits for a Fairchild, but their money is down. We know what the remote is. The remote gets a bit better now with the Fairchild 3. Film Critic will be handy. Yeah, with Ikoa it will be. And I don't know how good the Anacom is. Install Advance. So this is kind of rough, right? Because it looks like an NGO front. If it's a 5-3, they're not threatening to score next turn. Could easily be a corporate sales team, which would be fine if they go down to 0 credits. So I think we're okay with this one. We don't have to run through here. Dirty Laundry is all right. All right, we really need a modded. So we'll just do the Archives boost play again. So this is again like a sure gamble. We'll just play Film Critic, I guess. You probably can just credit up and throw it in misdirection. It's very unlikely for it to matter in this game. We don't need the Film Critic right now. Laundry HQ, 2 credits on Corp? Oh, you're right, we could. It's just Fairchild 1 there. You're right, that's probably a lot better. Well, actually, yeah, with the NGO front call, it's a bit worse. But it actually would be an okay run because they don't have ability on their ability, right? Like if we run HQ first, now they have another unres, we could have ran HQ there and got value. Sokka says, I don't agree with Anacom. You save influence by not playing Paragon, but I think Paragon is more than worth it. Paragon is really good and it helps a lot with our economy. All right, so if we want to just hard install, hard cast the after image, we're going to have to throw out the self-modifying code. We really need to draw into a Trickster Taka or a modded. No. That's no good. I don't think we have any target with self-modifying code anymore. You can still run HQ this turn and make them res. Yeah, unfortunately if it's a sentry it's really bad. Like we have to like play after image here. We can't stim hack it out, can we? We could always throw it out and simul chip it, which is probably fine. I think that's actually better. Unless they arc lock it down and then yeah, we probably lose the game. Demiurge, what's up? How's it going? So they drew a card. Looks like server 1 might be another Jinja. They could have rezzed it there. Now they have something going. Hedge fund. They're on 14. Oh, we were meant to throw out the after image that turn. What were we doing? We threw out the Anacam? That was exactly not our play. Oh man, that's brutal. Let's get a modded. This could matter, but it's better off when it's in archives. Let's get a modded. Oh my lord. I guess we're running, huh? How bad's a sentry? And Ichi's kind of bad. Do we have to like hard cast this? Maybe we just don't do nothing for a turn. This is probably good enough. Anacam toss? Yeah, it's a goof. Okay, it's a Fairchild too. That's good, I think. It's actually pretty annoying. It's 3. That's still 4 credits. It's just as taxing as Fairchild 3. We can break it with Corroder for the same amount of stealth credits. So we're not. We'll do 4. Only one of them has to be a stealth credit. Architects of Tomorrow? At Fairchild 3 on Archives? That's fine. We don't. It's a corporate sales team. We'll not host it. We're now on game point. We'll throw out the after image this time. So we can no longer throw out the SMC. We have to throw out the Plongi to get the cheap after image. It's a Rashida. That's going to draw them a fair bit. The fact that they put the Fairchild 3 on Archives, like we're not going to get. They need to put something on Archives so we, in theory, can't get free tokens. And their ice is stacking up pretty well. But that's kind of still 2 credits, I guess, on Archives. All right, 3rd ice. We got to watch out for double border control. Install. R&D, that's probably an Ash, right? What else could that be? Mason Bellamy? Modded. Where are the moddeds? Stealth pump efficiency. Move camera, please. Oh yeah, totally. Do we just stim hack? I feel like we just stim hack R&D and we throw out the Plongi. We'll draw once more into a modded. Wow, okay. So before we access, we're going to, we'll wait for their trigger. So it's an Ash in the remote, so as long as we have money, that's okay. It means that this might be another border control. So we'll trash this to get out after image while we're still using free credits. We'll do card from deck first. We could have definitely put down an R&D interface. It's an IPO off the top, and it's a Jinja. We'll definitely trash that for free. We lose a self-modifying code, which is fine. Our hand size is a bit minimal now. We'll just install this. Technically threatens Clot. RDI first? Yeah, probably should have, Professor. Rashida's going to draw past that IPO. I might give them more ice for R&D. But if we have nothing better to do, we can always just like triple click through Fairchild. Okay, no longer the case. But it's really good when they put their unresed ice on the outermost. Like they could always choose not to res it. Oh, wow. And they got the IPO out, so good stuff. Peace, I feel like it's a fine time for Peace. We want to make sure we have Ash money and we're on game point, so they're in a very difficult position. We also can draw up here. Seriously modded? No modded? Okay, good. We'll modded that down. We have another piece. Clot in the bin is better than Clot in the hand. In theory, we could play it so that we have a cheap simulchip, because it's actually hard to simulchip from Palangi now. We have nothing else we can install unless we install our last Anacom. So we'll probably just put down the second RDI, run R&D, hopefully win the game. We have 21 credits with Smoke, and they put something in Server 1, and they still have a lot of agendas to score. I feel like we can probably lock them on R&D. We'll see how this goes. Ravana, Codegate, break for 3, good stuff. We still haven't found a Trickster Taka. Obviously that would have been huge. A credited turn, a stealth is pretty valuable. Architects Tomorrow, another Ravana. Wow, a lot of stealth. Can we trash and install cards? It saves the credits. Probably not worth it at this point. That's expensive run. 3 cards? SSL? No. Good game. Hey, good game. Yeah, they didn't get anything on the table. It's kind of like the issue, well, not the issue, but the thing with Shaper is like if you just put RDIs, couldn't find ice early. Ah, bummer. Like they just have this inevitability if they have enough money in RDI. Like you're gonna see 3 cards a turn. There's not much you can do about it if they can set up. So hey, we got there at least. We did exactly what it was on the tin. Bottom of our deck, we have 2 modded. The Trickster Talk is the last card, which is a bummer. I wonder, like, what are we trading off by not having Mantle in this deck? I feel like we could put Mantle in here, huh? Hey, thanks, you too. All right, that's Stealth Smoke. Once it's up, it deals with ice relatively cheaply. But admittedly, we spent a lot for this run, and then it's hard for us to recover. Like, this is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To see 3 cards, though, it's pretty good. And then we don't have to run for another couple turns, so we're pretty good at just camping the remote and piecing from there. The remote actually is really hard with Ash and to probably double control. Your MU is pretty tight for Mantle. I feel like we have an extra MU at this point. Like, the Plongi doesn't seem that good? What's the Plongi for? Just like early aggression? Because you can't Plongi after image. I guess you can Plongi Penrose and it's flexible. You probably want Mirror instead of Anacom if you go that way. Yeah, I see that. Like, Mirror is just fine. It's fine. It's not lighting the world on fire. It's okay. Also, traps? Yeah, Eons, traps are like the big thing against any deck that is like just very good and efficient. Like, at the end of the day, if they can get into the remote, at least put something into the remote that isn't an agenda, so then when they access it, it's bad for them. It's like why Force Connection is interesting, or any advanceable trap. Like, at the end of the day, if someone can always get into the remote, at least feed them garbage. Exchange Taka for Paragon, slot Mantle. Oh yeah, we need MU for Taka. I don't know. I feel like I don't know how good Clot is modernly. I would get rid of Clot. Really have to question what you need Mantle for. Which matchups do you really need all that stealth? Well, it's not so much that you need it. It's just I don't really care for Anacom. Anacom is good against like damage matchups, which, you know, she's weak against with a 40 card deck. Smoke is, but like it's just cheaper than this, no? Also, Mantle's not tempo. I think Smoke loses early, and stuff that makes her early game worse isn't good. Also, you could play Rosetki in this deck, which is really good for the mid to late game, but it was banned in that format, which is really important. Force Connection, yeah, right? I've seen Pelongi's for getting around stealth creds sometimes, but I agree it's not great here. It doesn't seem amazing. I mean, Pelongi can beat Trap Ice. If you're really worried about Trap Ice, you could play Divey, I guess, but I don't think Trap Ice is a big enough deal in any meta for that to warrant a slot, besides the time where like there was Excalibur into boarding control. So on Rozeki before Mantle, even Smoke. Yeah, I agree with that as well. All right, we're gonna build something, and it's gonna be bad, and it's gonna be Schaefer, so it's gonna be excellent, incredibly bad, I think. Oh man, somebody talk me out of this before it happens, because I have an understanding that even if this works, it's not good. So we just want to try and get it to work. All right, so basically what we want to try today, there's always these cards that we've never touched. And one of the cards that we've never touched is a subtype Deva that exists on 3 cards. Please more Jumon. We will, at the end of this tonight, we'll definitely play more of that Jumon deck because it's really fun. So full cards. These are the cards. They're not good. Saga says Pelongi is great. Allows early aggressive plays, as you mentioned, makes some ice easier to break, even if you installed everything, gets around stealth creds by making anything's barrier. I could play Cold Read in my Smoke, so it's amazing for that. Oh, it's cool, that actually is a bit better with Cold Read. Don't do it. Too expensive, don't do it. Oh lord, a Deva deck. Sam, how's it going? Yeah, I've never played a Deva deck. The idea with the Devas is they're very expensive programs, and unfortunately at the end of the day, they're not even particularly compelling. But they're interesting. So obviously paying 6 for Vamadeva. This is the only one that I've ever seen C play, on the basis that it actually dealt with some of the weird stuff like Mother Goddess or Vanilla that early Criminal wanted to deal with when they had account siphoned aggression. This actually did find itself into occasional decks. Yeah, as Parallel says, this actually did show up. I haven't seen the other 2. Agora, for what it's worth, seemed really, really dumb when David existed at the same time. Like, this card was just but it's like, at the end of the day, despite obviously the horrendous install costs, they broke like Corroder, and Corroder used to be a good efficient card. I would argue that it isn't even that good anymore. You can play Sado Jada with Panchachandra for jank. Yeah, you definitely could. It would help. At the end of the day, like, I just don't know if that's good enough still. You probably just want to use Pelongi. It might be better. Who knows? Need multi-threader? Maybe. No Deva can break Enigma, right? Unless you have support for Sajo Yada, you need a lot of support. Yes, we're gonna struggle. Samson was trying them out of Adam with Corroder and the Virtual Breakers. Is Brahmin a Deva? No, these are the only Devas. Brahmin's just an AI. Look at Devas for 10 minutes, try putting it together deck and realize it's way too bad to move on. Kriyu, I feel like we're gonna get to that point, but we're gonna do it together at least. Not Pelongi Cordyceps. Okay, so we gotta think about all of the cards that will help us in this plan. And I feel like a really, really big one, there's 2 cards that actually made me excited to try this. Unfortunately, one of them was, what's her face? Woo! Cabanessa was really cool with the Devas, right? Like Cabanessa can ensure that you get them onto the table for 1 credit cheaper, and then as long as you use the Deva ability, which is admittedly pretty expensive, you can pull it back to your hand. And that's kind of cool. I think that's obviously who we're going to be playing here, but that's good. Like, that's a good way to make sure you get the Deva that you need and that you don't lose it, and you get around Cabanessa's ability. It's also kind of cool because as long as you can ensure you get the cheaper one on the table, then you can pull out a more expensive one and then swap them in. Unworkable Jank is the most Shaper thing ever. Flavor win? Yeah, totally. The Wu plan is spicy. On top of that, oh my god, what's it called? Burnout? Well, no. Burn chip? Chip? Credit? Burn? Burn? Fire chip? Chip? What is this thing called? The chip that destroys itself. Or it has credit. Flame out, thank you. Burn chip. This is burn chip, right? Flame out also seems like legitimately pretty cool with Devas, right? Devas seem really cool. Flame out. When you install Flame out, place 9 credits on it. Use these credits for paying for use of hosted program. Switching the Devas is considered using the hosted program. When a turn ends in which you use credits on Flame out, trash hosted program. That means that we can in theory use the Devas for free, swapping them in and out and even breaking with them, as long as we pay the 2 credit extra jank credits to bring it back to hand, which is kind of cool. I think this is honestly pretty interesting. This means that in theory also we could be running, and I know this card isn't great, but in Cabanessa Woo it's really good, is Rejig. Because Rejig will let us reset our flameouts, which means that's technically a 9 credit card, which is actually pretty good economy. Because it trashes any hosted program at end of turn. Only if you use the credits, so no. If you swap, no, you're good, you're good, you're good. Will flameout trash if you host? No, it shouldn't, because you didn't use the card. Swap was an ability used on the other card, if I'm not mistaken. Redzuka, how's it going? Redzuka also points out a really good one, which is Compile. Compile is really good, in theory. Compile lets you cheat out a Deva onto the table for 2 credits, and then you have the Deva. It'll be added to the bottom of your stack if it's installed, but if you do the Deva swap, not gonna be an issue. So that's actually pretty good. That's a way to ensure that our combo is up early. Now, bad things about the Devas, swap doesn't mean that they install. Swap doesn't install them, so in theory you can't actually build like a technical writer combo. You can't do tech writer, so our economy can't fire off installing programs, unfortunately. This is work with Cyber Trooper when you swap the Deva out. Cyber Trooper is non-AI, and swap is not install, so no. Even if that's the truth, even if that's the case. But I want to find out all the cards that work with this. I played something with Compile and Criminal Bird Breakers. Fantastic. Yeah, firstly it says non-AI, but it's when you install. And Devas you don't really install. What else are we missing? Multi-threader is fine. Like, at the end of the day, multi-threader is not that much different than any other economy card, but we might have a lot of MU free with other cards like Panchatantra and Palangi to boost Sajoyada, so that we can get higher strength here. Unfortunately, also, these are AIs, so most of the tricks to like boost their strength permanently don't work. Like, we can't put these on Dinosaurus, which would be amazing. I don't know what other tricks we're missing, but there must be some weird Shaper niche cards that we're not playing. The text suggests that Flameout would trash whatever program is hosted at the end of turn if it was used. Yeah, I think it's right, but we didn't use the Deva. And anytime that you swap a card or install a card, even if it's on the table, it counts as a new version of the card, classically, right? The idea is that you could Stargate, trash the Stargate, reinstall the Stargate, and use the Stargate, even though you can only use Stargate once a turn. I don't think you used it. I think you should be fine to swap a Deva out onto Flameout, but I'd be interested if we were wrong. Seems like Flameout would trash any program. When a turn ends in which you used credits on Flameout, trash hosted program. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, that is pretty damning once I read the sentence. When you install Flameout, place 9 credits on it, use these credits when the turn ends in which you used credits on Flameout, trash hosted program. Okay. Yeah, okay, no, that's F. That's an F. That's a huge F. Unless, yeah, obviously you don't install the card back on Flameout. Or you don't, no, but actually when you swap a Deva, it has to go back onto the same space, right? Like, can you swap it on and off a daemon? What does swap mean? No, swapping exchange the places, so you can't. The swap Deva exchange place with Sajiad, so it must be hosted on the same card. So the runner, yeah, so unfortunately we can't actually swap it off of the Flameout. Oh, this is really bad. 3x Data Sucker, yeah, 3x Data Sucker is gonna help a lot. Okay, that's really, really unfortunate with Flameout. Can we do anything with London Library? Can you swap a not host? No, yeah, you can't. Ice Carver? Yeah, Ice Carver's fine. We're not even building the deck yet, we're already into F territory? Yeah, of course. We're playing a Shaper deck, it might be a problem. Compile might make it still viable. Oh, we have to carefully read the compile. Why am I in here? We should be here. So compile specifically says, make a run. The first time you encounter a piece of ice during this run, you may search your stack or heap from a program. When the run ends, add that program to the bottom stack. Okay, so compile with Devas, that should work. Now, making Devas good is an issue. Flameout doesn't seem amazing, but it's a possibility. Zareth, what's up? It wouldn't trash the new card. Are you talking about Flameout? Because it looks like it would. Now, but London Library, install a non-virus program, fine, from your grip. Add a program on London Library. Trash all programs hosted on London Library. So we actually can't even use this. Because if we Deva the card on London Library, if we swap it, it will be still on London Library. Did we go over how only maybe one Deva is playable? That doesn't matter, that's fine. Oh, compile can pull for the heap? Oh, actually, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that could help a lot with the build. Can you still use it to SMC out any Deva from R&D? Swap means it replaced the hosted, so still hosted. Flameout with SMC? Yeah, you can do that. But you can't use the credits on Flameout to pay for the install cost of the program for self-modifying code. The only cost of using self-modifying code is the 2 credits. The install cost is not using, so you can't cheat out big programs with using Flameout with self-modifying code. Zach, how's it going? I wish there was a clause on Breaker Suites that span all factions that make it so you don't have to pay influence for others, kind of like Corp Alliance. Oh, so like you can build the whole suite? I understand why that would be cool. I don't know if these are heavy influence, but I think the biggest issue is, I don't know, maybe some of the decks get a bit homogenous if you do that. What about Takobi? Takobi's not AI. Takobi says you can't use it on AI. Otherwise, everyone would be just doing Takobi Amakua for days. Current best user Davis, hope you windfall them. Oh boy, test run? Oh, we're gonna build a bad deck, my friends. Test run. Test run doesn't do too much, it just pulls them out. Like, it's not that much better than Cabanessa. Let's say we have exactly what we want in play. How much would it cost to get through, let's say, Border Control plus Fairchild? Fairchild 3? Let's see. Okay. We're dealing with Border Control, 1 cost. I think none of the Devas deal with Border Control. Okay, we already have a huge problem. I feel like this deck is not going to get much further than all these tabs we've opened. So Border Control, Barrier, 2 subroutines. Agora can't deal with it. Sadhuyata can't deal with that with a lot of support. Vama Deva can't deal with it. Okay, that obviously seems like an issue. But let's not stop there because there's always ways to deal with that. Let's stop at Fairchild 3.0. Fairchild 3. Gauss? Oh, Gauss is so bad. Sadhuyata Surfer? What? Net-ready eyes? Net-ready eyes is possible, but net-ready eyes is also a bit clumsy. You have to do a lot of swapping. Who plays Border Control? This is Fairchild 3, which is actually weak to 2, and by weak I mean it's not to 2 of the Devas. Vama Deva, no. Sadhuyata, yes. We break it for, without any support, 6 credits, which is the same as the res cost, so it's pretty good. And then Agora is again 6 credits. Chameleon seems to solve most of these problems. Chameleon does solve the low cost problems, and Chameleon can be pretty cute. Is there anything we actually can do in faction that utilizes what's the name of that Anarch console that came out in Reign and Reverie that you can trash a card for 2 credits worth of value? Simple math tells the truth. Yeah, this seems really bad. What's the name of that console? The Anarch one. You trash 2, gain 4. Patchwork, thank you, Kriyu. That's exactly it. Oh, it's not in the text, excuse me. Flameout works with Chameleon. You can just let the Davis trash and then get him back with compiles and test run. Yeah, I think Chameleon would be good. Unfortunately, well, Chameleon technically isn't an AI, so you can do support with Chameleon, but then we'll end up building a Chameleon deck. So the cool thing in Cabanessa is, in theory, playing Patchwork. Unfortunately, you have to play other expensive cards on top of this. So like, imagine you played Patchwork and you also played Buffer Chip. This is a Buffer Drive, excuse me. This is a really cool combo where when you pay to install a card, you may trash one of the cards from your grip, and then the card goes onto the bottom of your deck. So which means that you can do a cheap install of a free Chameleon every turn, and then the card goes straight back into your deck, which is just cool value when you can Cabanessa out the Chameleon for 1 credit. Like, there's something really cool here. If you were using Rejig, how about Lady? Unfortunately, Lady is rotated, yeah. Does Lean and Mean work in this deck? Lean and Mean has a condition on it that means that we can't install a lot of icebreakers, right? But at the end of the day, Lean and Mean is just a bad card. Like, there's no deck that cares. Like, man, make a run. If you have 3 or fewer programs, not even icebreakers, programs. So like, F off for Zeki, go away, Data Sucker. I'm struggling to think of other things to say that wouldn't be blocked on YouTube. But +2 strength for a run for 2 credits. Yeah, it's not good, is it? If you play Datas, you might as well play Khan. That's a crazy jump. Kind of right though. Yeah, 2 play cost. This is Red Sand Cycle. It's kind of all over the place. They just seem not to do anything interesting then. No, they really don't. They really don't. Now that we think about it for a bit, these aren't interesting. I was so excited for this to be really interesting on Flameout though. Like, that seemed really cool. Diana's Hunt, let's go full jank mode. Oh my god. Diana's Hunt is also a very bad card. 4 credits lets you pass an ice, install it, but then trash it. When you run counter a piece of ice during this run, you may install a program from your grip, ignoring all costs. So that needs to be 4 credits or fewer. When this run ends, trash all programs installed using Diana's Hunt. Whenever you encounter a piece of ice. Whenever you encounter a piece of ice. So you could like Diana's Hunt, install a Deva, swap it. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, Devas work with this. It's so bad. No, Femme Fatale doesn't work with this thing. This is another, again, like Red Sand Cycle is, it's some parts of it feel like it was generated by that neural net we talked about earlier. The numbers just don't make sense. Sajiata gets turned on by Kid, I guess? Yeah, they mentioned that. Sajiata and Kid is pretty good. Oh man, I'm losing so much faith. Don't mention Master Trevor. Actually, Master Trevor is an interesting card. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. We should try it though, right? Look, it seems pretty good actually. Suck. It's not. How? How? Possibly how? Okay. Paying 4 credits to install 4 credit breaker? Yeah. Yeah. And Kuza's good. And Kuza's just a good card. Like, do we have to play Nkuza as support because we just can't deal with border control? How much does it cost to get through border control? Thanos wants to pull us back into the simple math. In fact, it is impossible to break border control. And that is going to be the biggest issue. The Creator, the Destroyer, and the Preserver. Maven? Is Maven still in the thing? Retsuka says 5. Ooh, no, it's not. There's no way to get through border control. Not a lot of people are running ice with 1 subroutine. There's very few. What ice do people play that has 1 subroutine? Like, we're playing 7 to get through Toll Booth. And Kuza seems hard to run without good economy. Yeah, which means Shaper can't really play it. How about Gold Farmer? Gold Farmer has no subtypes. Gold Farmer we pay 6. We don't need a breaker. Joke's on you. Adjusted Matrix is not good and also is non-AI if I'm not mistaken. And you still need to why can I keep writing in there? You still need to beat the strength. So not very good. Wraparound? Oh boy. Yeah, Adjusted Matrix can't be AI and you have to boost strength. So many issues. Do we use Brahmin too? Well, if we use Brahmin, we obviously don't play this deck. Why are we trying to build a absurd jank Shaper deck? Yeah, Toll Booth is single sub, but at the end of the day, it's like 7 credits to get through. Which is like, arguably a 6th or a 7th of the economy a Shaper will make in a single game. Deva hype jogging, I appreciate it. We'll try it. We're trying it, here we go. Buckle up. Oh boy. Ugh. Absurd would be a Baba Yaga build? Oh my god, please. You can't keep reminding me Baba Yaga exists. Baba Yaga, you can't. Baba Yaga got a lot worse now that Professor rotated. This is the sort of card that you always have to look at when they introduce new breakers. Are there any breakers that were printed by Nisei that actually get interesting? By Baba Yaga. I'm hearing some multi-threaded plus Maven suggestions, but then you might as well play Rozekis instead of Deva and just be a Maven deck. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. Like, even at the end of the day, if, say that the install cost of these cards was 0, they wouldn't be good. Like if we could cheat these out in every single way, they would not be good. Right? Like even if these were free, like if all of these things were free, it probably would still be an issue because we struggle to deal with some of the basic ice in the game. So we need to play these as support. But as soon as you're playing these as support, I reckon you don't have enough cards in your deck to support them. The Dakota that breaks for zero is neat. Yog? That's no longer in standard, unfortunately. Let's go Corp and build a cheap Flea deck. Oh, there's actually one on the Netrunner DB that I want to try. Rain is still legal. She makes border control 5 to res. Only on the turn it's res, though. In theory, we could actually play Xanadu to make the Gora a bit better. Sajayada, Palangi, Pancha Surfer. Man, Sajayada, Palangi, Pancha Surfer. Still can't deal with Enigma. Euler? What about Euler? Euler's just good. With Palangi on Dino, you can't put AIs on Dinosaur. And Kuza, Data Sucker, Contaminate, Sucker, Palangi, Dino. I don't think you need Contaminate. Oh, Adore, excuse me. Baba Yaga needs Fairy, Passport, Tycoon is the best for her. Is Fairy still legal? I think so. Yeah, it seems to be. Huh. Is there a way to add a subtypes to ice to get up to 3? Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, there's Panchachantra, which came alongside this card largely, and Palangi. Both of them are okay. Koke plus Berry plus something. You can just break it just fine. Fairy is still illegal. Right. Right on. Okay, chat, what are we doing? Obviously, this deck will take us a bit to go, and then it probably won't be very good. Which is fine. Like, we don't have to build a good deck. We could, yeah, what are we doing? Why not? Why not? We can just try it. If it's terrible, what have we done? We wasted our time, and then we're closer to the grave. But whatever, it would be fine. Jogging says Deva Yaga. Oh my god. This... What happens when you... Okay, so Baba Yaga gets all the paid abilities of all hosted Icebreaker programs. And it says swap Sadio Yada, so it says the name of the card itself, for the David program from your grip. So you could use Baba Yaga to swap. Yeah, I feel like Baba Yaga is more interesting. Want to see my jank deck that needs amending? Oh yeah, what is it? Non-AI for Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga can't host AI. Okay, so what's modernly good with Baba Yaga? I feel like Baba Yaga is definitely more compelling at this point. I also love how we always build Baba Yaga decks and they tend to be stealth decks, and then we realize stealth decks are just better. You can give Enigma 2 subtypes with Palangi and Pancha. So Baba Yaga, sorry, for Baba Yaga, yeah, you definitely want Fairy. I think there's no question about that. You used to have Switchblade, which did rotate. So what do we do about that? Euler and Fairy. Why Euler? Euler's only on the turn it's installed, right? Why do I can just do that here. Euler's is when this program's installed for the remainder of the turn, it gains. So that's not even particularly that good. Tycoon? Tycoon is good, right? Tycoon's the new Breach. 1 for 2 barrier subroutines. Like, you obviously can't complain about that. The problem with Baba Yaga, it's 0 strength, and there's very few ways to boost AI permanently besides net ready eyes, and that's pseudo permanently. Yeah, Tycoon seems good. What's up, Disperse? So I think we want to do Tycoon. We definitely want to do Fairy. Like, no questions asked about that. What else is like cute? I want to see what new cards were printed in the new set that actually could contribute to this. Can you use the Criminal Central Breakers? I just don't know. I think they rotated. No, they didn't. Because I actually think Breach might be better than Tycoon. Breach's 2 for 4 strength is some of the best in the game. Amina or Ngolo? And Versificator. I don't think, well, I actually, Amina and Ngolo seem kind of terrible. Because, oh, well, Amina has good stats on it. 2 for 3 strength is actually, it's the same as Breach, if not worse. 2 for 3 Codegate subroutines, obviously that's pretty good. But at the end of the day, you have to play 7 credits to install this, which is an issue. Yeah, you can post links. Shrike, yeah, those breakers are interesting. Sherman's the best one, right? Sherman's 2 for all barriers. That seems pretty good. 2 for 3 strength is also fine. This seems really good. Ngolo has good boost. What's Ngolo? 2 for 4? But Ngolo is both restricted and incredibly expensive. Also, does Baba Yaga care about MU? Baba Yaga cares about MU, right? Guardian boosts for the run? That's true, but it doesn't boost well. Like, I feel like if we're worried about that, we should probably just play the Shaper Current. Kiko jank. Okay, I'm just gonna open this. We will check that out after. Yeah, Yaga cares about MU. So like Brahmin is actually kind of difficult. Not Brahmin, excuse me. Angola is a bit difficult. Fairy is obviously very good. Sherman is probably one of the better barriers. I think Tycoon is worse than. It's cheap though to install. That's actually a big deal. But I feel like that might be worse than Breach. Alias? I don't even know the numbers on Alias. 2 for 4 on Breach is fine. Like, that's good enough. And 2 to break 3 barrier subroutines, that's probably better than Sherman. I don't think we have any barrier ice that we have to deal with that doesn't have more than that subroutines. It's also the same amount of influence. Could mess around with Mass Driver. Well, the thing with Mass Driver is you don't get the ability on it. So you don't, like, you only get the paid abilities. So, like, not only is this 2 MU and 8 credits, the text you don't get. You only get the paid abilities, which are things with colons. So it's obviously trash. Paperclip. Paperclip's kind of cool. Yeah, is Paperclip good? Morningstar is not a legal fad. Houdini is as much with Baba Yaga. Houdini? Okay, let's pull up all these ideas. Paperclip is interesting. It boosts and breaks pretty cheaply. Like, it doesn't get better than that. Unfortunately, we're boosting from 0, which is not much worse than boosting from 1. Paperclip seems really good as a restricted. Houdini, 2 for 4 strength. We have to use stealth credits. I don't think we'd use Houdini. We can do 2 by 4 by playing Breach. It's obviously in faction though if we're playing Shaper. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Why not Ika? I don't even know the numbers on Ika. Oh, Ika's bad because you can only use Ika's paid abilities on a thing it's hosted on, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, break up to 2 70s on a host sentry, so that's not good. 2 for 3 is not amazing. 2 for 3 is actually pretty okay for 0 cost install. It's not the worst. Paperclip, so when our rig gets blown up, we can still sort of play. Oh boy. Okay. Cradle's way expensive. Yeah, Cradle and what are the new cards? 2 cards for any Codegate subroutines. It's not the worst. Cost 4. You can break Baba Yaga subs. There's no reason to put Paperclip on Baba Yaga. Sort of. What's the Shaper Current called? For the Shaper Current, there's a reason. I don't know what it's called anymore. You know the one. Cradle will be sick. Yeah, System Outage. Is that it? No, that's not it. Yeah, no. The Shaper one. System Seizure, thank you. Yeah, I see why you thought System. Right, System Seizure seems pretty good. Because the first icebreaker strength you increase, so we could like boost with Paperclip if it's in the right order. I think we definitely want to put System Seizure in this deck. Yeah, Cradle's install cost is pretty expensive, but I have no doubt this deck will run 3 modding. Okay, let's start building a monster. Do we do Cabinets of Wu? Cabinets of Wu's ability is not particularly compelling. We're going to struggle to deal with Rizekis on the table. Do we just play this in Criminal? What faction do we play this in? Like, Shaper seems good. This man is so wonderful. How's it going, Hollis? Welcome. Test Run. Test Run's pretty bad if you don't play Rejig. Right? Like, getting this on the table as soon as possible is the most important thing we could possibly do. Like, if we don't have this on the table, we're going to struggle to get our breaker suite together, right? So unless we rejig this, we definitely need to play Shaper, right? Probably Haley. Yeah, Haley doesn't sound terrible. Inti's not bad for straight 1-for-1. I think Inti left the rotation, unfortunately, Vincent. We're doing a Baba Yaga Ubi. How you doing? Yeah, we are. I lost a bit of blood earlier today before the stream, so these ideas sound good. You want something to slow the corp down. The setup is crazy slow. I used an elite to slow them down and fairy and break and pad taps or counter tempo. Seems okay. We also could just like Shaper late game stuff. I feel like we might need peace in our time just to get our thing up. Chaos Theory might be good. Oh my god. You know who I'd rather play than Chaos Theory? A different card game. Chaos Theory to me is just the boringest idea in the whole game by like a huge mile. It's a bummer. Okay, yeah, MU is going to definitely be an issue, so I see why we'd want it. Okay, so if we play a Shaper, we can self-modifying code and pay 7 credits for Baba Yaga immediately, which is, you know, a problem. If we play Criminal, in theory, Criminal classically had money and ways to slow the corp down, but we could, like, in theory, we'd have to special order for Baba Yaga. I feel like we might have more fun playing this in Criminal. Clip that ish. It should be Adam for the lulz. Adam's actually not the worst. Adam is interesting because you do have emergent creativity. To steal SDS. Oh, we have paperclip. We have paperclip for SDS. Oh, can't we just steal an SDS? That's what Thanos said, yeah. Adam for sure, Rob says. I'm surprised. Really? Compile good for Yaga? Not particularly. The card has to be trashed. Do we really play Adam? Why not Adam? I can think of some reasons. Alright. Gonna be a fun deck. Yeah, I guess so. We also have like other support with Adam. Like we have Logic Bomb, so maybe we'll be fine. Q-Bomb for sure. MU might be an issue, Maui. I don't even know. Okay, so we have to play Yagas. This is also an influenced card for some reason, because this card would have been too good. It might have been, actually. Switchblade was a hell of a card. So we can play 2 of them, I guess? Uh-oh, Jogging says I got it. I'm excited. Okay, so what else did we said we put in here? We'll put Tycoon or Breach. I think 2 for 3 is like pretty good. 1 for 2 barrier subroutines is pretty good. I don't think we need to do better than that, but Breach can be better than that. 1 more credits, 2 for 4, 2 for 3. What was Tycoon? Well, just open both of them so we can compare. Okay, same influence. Breach is 2 to install, 4 strength, 2 for 2, 2 for 3 subroutines. This is 1 for 2, 2 for 3. I feel like we just want to do Breach because 2 for 4 is something we'll probably be using a heck of a lot, and it's a bit better than 2 for 3. So we'll probably do that. HQI, tier 1 steal early. Brain Chip is instant Yaga MU. Brain Chip is going to be really good in this deck. I think we have to represent early aggression without setting up Doom Rig. I think that's a really good point, Rob. Adam does have that early aggression when you play 3 directives. Oh my god. I have to say it again now that we're like halfway through the stream at least. Again, on Sunday in the afternoon, Pat and I will be playing Netrunner on Tabletop Simulator with 400 new cards made by I'm very bad at this word. Mnemonic. It's new cards for every faction. These cards aren't balanced or anything. They just basically have a card generator and they've been testing out and playing it with themselves. And the Adam cards are sick as hell. There is like 7 to 8 new directives and they're wild. So if you can make it on Sunday or watch the VOD, do check out for that. I'm building an Adam deck for sure. I'm really excited to play this new Adam stuff. It's gonna be dope. That's the idea that MU will make it a bit easier. Creativity is sick with Baba. Yeah, creativity is gonna be pretty good. Sounds amazing. Yeah, it's absurd stuff. There's some really, really good cards. Is there a card list somewhere? Nope. It's just so basically Mnemonic will be releasing the cards as a Tabletop Simulator mod in the near future, and also they'll be hosting them on their website. So if you want to grab them and download them and play them or print them or play them on Tabletop Simulator, you should have the ability to really soon. But we'll be showing them for the first time on Sunday. I don't think they've put them out publicly, but there will be a list. The card pool will be, we'll spoil them and then you can have fun with them after. But we're playing on Tabletop Simulator, obviously, because they're not in Jinteki.net, which on its own is going to be pretty fun because we've never played Netrunner there. And it's fun to play in physical space, you know? All right, Tycoon. We're going to need a lot of money for this deck. Emergent Creativity. Yeah, there's so many directives. It's really, really cool. It's really, really, really cool. Okay, so Baba Yaga, Tycoon, Fairy. So Fairy's our Sentry Breaker. That's pretty good stuff. We need a Fractor. Oh, we already have a Fractor. Is Paperclip that much better than Breach? It might not actually be. What's our decoder? Is it actually Cradle? Like is this a good breaker? I don't even know if this is a good breaker. If we have Baba Yaga with, like, let's just do the match. We have Baba Yaga with Breach, Cradle, Fairy on it. So obviously we did end up spending 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 credits to put this thing together. We spent 11 credits on this. So at the end of the day, how cheap is it at breaking stuff? We hit a border control. We break border control we probably want to play Plongi, right? Still play 3 Rizeki? Yeah, probably. If we hit a Plongi, and we play 3 Pad Taps as well. Is Maven in the format? Oh god, that's the issue though, is we're gonna just build a Maven beside our, like right next to our Baba Yaga, and it's gonna be a better breaker. Border control is 3. I feel like it's more than 3. Is it 3? Baba Yaga, so we'd have to breach break. No, it's 4. Border control's 4. Am I missing something? Oh no, we could do a single boost. You're right, it's 3, it's 3, it's 3. That's not bad. Put dedicated processor onto a breaker that's on Baba Yaga, does it work? Dedicated processor cannot be put on AI, so no. Oh, yeah, you can. No, you can, but you don't want to. We already have a 2 for 4. It shouldn't matter. 1 pump with fair, yeah, totally. Yeah, you can boost another breaker. Okay, that's fine. Say we hit a Fairchild 3. How much is it? It's actually going to be 6 credits. That's seems pretty bad. So we need to boost the strength of Baba Yaga. If we can boost the strength of Baba Yaga, we're in a really good spot. Net Ready Eyes, totally. Net Ready Eyes is really easy. It's actually pretty good early game sometimes to play. What else can we do to boost the strength of Baba Yaga? Cards like Takobi and friends, they can boost a non-AI icebreaker, so that's not going to work. Is there anything else we can boost? Data Sucker? Yeah, I'm worried about MU at this point. We could obviously run Ice Carver. Yeah, Redzuka said just Ice Carver right there. It's just like we're gonna run out of influence now. And we still don't have a win condition. Injection attack, oh my. Oh my. Okay, what else do you put in a good Atom list? Like let's build the rest of the shell and see where we end up. I did try and type in hedge fund, you could see. How do we get our programs out on the table? Do we do SMC? Gordian for Cradle? Our goal here is for sure to play Yaga, 100%. Yeah, so we have to play Yaga. Mad Dash? Yeah, Mad Dash is fine. Injection is sweet? No, it's not. Make a run and choose an icebreaker for the remainder of this run. That's not the worst. Yo, Pat, how you doing, Dud? I called you Dud. I'm trying to say Bud and Dude at the same time. How's it going, man? Your win condition is building a Baba Yaga deck. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly their win condition. Pat, did you look at the Atom cards for Sunday? They're so good. Okay, multi-threader seems fine. We can always just throw them out. Paperclip's also worth considering in this deck because we can just throw it out. Dirty Laundry? Yeah, we got it. Rob says Spec Order is a less influence in SMC and doesn't take up MU. Yeah, Spec Order is probably worth playing. It also works okay with Merchant Creativity. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. Yeah, totally. Personal Touch, it's gone? Yeah, it's gone. Sure Gamble? Got it. Could do UTA for Code Gates. Adam should have virtuals, no problem. Break Code Gate subroutine. Use this ability only if 3 or more virtual. Oh, that's not very good, is it? No, that's not good. Adori is better. But Adori is just a worse fairy. Daily Cast, yeah, Daily Cast is good. We probably want Caddy. I don't want to spoil anything. Yeah, no spoilers. System Seizure, yeah, System Seizure seems really good. Seems really important. Oh, -4 MU. Might have to worry about that. I guess this is going to obviously go down. -1? No, we'll deal with that. We don't have any multi-access, so I imagine we need some amount of turning wheels, at least 1. Logic Bomb we already got in there. Which of our breakers has a good boost rate? That would be Breach, 2 for 4. Injection attack. Why do people not play RNG key? Yeah, that is good. We have built-in multi. Yeah, we technically do have built-in multi. Like, we don't need the turning wheel. I just think the turning wheel is probably good. I just want to open up a good Atom deck list. Like, what do they usually play? They also probably put, like, Boomerang, which we can't. Adori could be good on the Samurai Ice. Well, that's the big deal. That's the issue here, right? Like, if we're really weak to Swordsman, and if we ever hit Swordsman, we could always use the fairy, but then we don't have a fairy. So if we're worried about Swordsman, like, you could play Adori. That's kind of the cool thing between Baba Yaga. If you hit something that, like, we're bad at dealing with AI, or like a Hortum, you can always just use Cradle to break Hortum. Now, admittedly, a triple advanced Hortum is going to be kind of hard to break with Cradle, specifically at the end of the game when we have, like, 13 hand size or whatever, but that's the idea. I just don't think we have the influence for Adori. I like Corporate Defector and Atom. Yeah, most people do. I feel like we don't have enough money here. You just want to play 1 Mimic? Yeah, but I feel like we just don't. Like, we'll just scrub against Swordsman. I don't think I've seen a Swordsman in a really long time. Okay, what are the basic Atom stuff we're missing? Cards use Atom, Compulsive Hacker. Oh. Oh yeah, buffer drive. I'm not a big fan of. RNG key? Yeah, people take RNG key out of Adam's decks though. They don't play them. I'm feeling Gordian Blade is probably better than Cradle. I feel like Gordian Blade's boost is probably way better than Cradle. How you feeling about that? You're more likely to get locked by Horde and Turing than Swordsman? Yeah, and I feel like that's a reason why we shouldn't play Cradle. We should just play Gordian. Pushing the Envelope is a great Adam card. Could not lol there. The remove system. Yeah, system's still good though if we play Breach, but yeah, we could cut that to save slots on Influence. Man, I would really love Career Fair. Adam players usually using Golo or Film Critic. Yeah, I see Film Critic, and we could play Film Critic in theory. I feel like we don't need to. Play Passport. Yeah, but then I'd rather keep the strength for the whole run. Because then you can steal an early Oboe. Yeah, we're weak to early Oboe for sure. Then you want Passport over Gordian? No, Gordian keeps strength the whole run if we don't have System Seizure. That seems pretty good. Okay, we need 2 more cards that aren't MU. Like, what is it, RNG key? I'm worried that our MU would be a problem. Whistleblower is both influence and just not particularly good. Does Bobby Yaga get the passive abilities cards? Nope, just paid. Gordian versus Cradle. Does Yaga keep strength? Yeah, it should. Yeah, 1 strength for the remainder of this run. Yeah, it should be fun. Yaga gets it. I moved to YouTube and I see you've made your way to Adam. How's it going, Will? Soccer, right? Wait, what's the Boggs Koge Breaker? That's Cradle. That is Cradle jogging. We need emergent creativity enablers. Yeah, that's why, like, in theory, Paperclip seems interesting in this deck. The thing is, like, emergent creativity, oh man, is it, can we just like save 1 special order and then hope we draw well and then play, we also do have, we have multi-threaded Rozeki Brain Chip, like we do have emergence of creativity, and then we can play 2 career fairs. That seems like it'll help our curve a fair bit. Yeah, that's Cradle. Yeah, it's Sokka here. Hey, also congrats on the last tournament that we cast. I don't think I said congrats enough at the end of that tournament. I miss you, Dean Lister. Oh man, Amakua doesn't miss Dean Lister, or in fact really does. Okay, we'll play an RNG key. I feel like we're not missing anything too important. Stimac is a hell of a card. Interdiction, okay. Yeah, I can see why that's important. We could play Freedom and then in theory play Film Critic instead of playing Mad Dash. I feel like that might not be the worst choice. It also gives us a Current, which seems pretty okay in the modern meta. Liberated Account, having more economy might be good, but this deck doesn't have Caddy. I feel like we're in an okay spot. We're gonna have problems with MU. Imagine an ice server where you want to use your permanent strength booster rather than Breach. If there's 3 ice, I could see it. We'll try it though. Hey, we built a deck, we'll try it. Baba Yaga is the Slavic folkloric witch that runs on a broom. Her house is on chicken feet, and she usually has a pepper mill. We need a cool name. Yeah, flies around on a mortar, wields a pestle, and dwells deep in the forest. I don't know a good name. Stimac just value? We don't have SMC. You're right, without SMC it's a bit worse, but it's just a good card. Like 9 credits on a run's fantastic. Stimac or Critic is better? I don't know. Peace also is pretty good. Thank you, I rewatched all the matches. Thanks for streaming and posting them. Oh, hey, that's really good. Modern Witchcraft? I like that. It sounds like a subtitle for some Netflix show that I've not watched. Do Peace? CF good early to clear hand. Yeah, CF early is really good. At least we're not playing Deva. Yeah, there's a lot of changes here. Like we could get Peace in our time in this for sure. I feel like this could be good enough. And we can always throw out RNG key to get value from what's it called? Emergent creativity. All right, what currents are we playing? Or directive, excuse me, I'm kidding. Peace is better than Career Fair. The Career Fair gets cards out of hand. But yeah, Peace actually seems really important in this deck because we need to set up very quickly. I could see the fact that Peace is really good. Arstea for name? Why is that? John Wick is called the Baba Yaga? Yeah, John Wick is referred to the Baba Yaga. Verboss, how's it going? Good game, by the way. Yeah, I think you're right. Peace might be better. Like, we just need a buttload of money to get set up. It's good to get cards out of your hand, but Peace is very easily playable. Yeah, I'll buy it. I like Career Fair a lot, though. Wait, stop. No, Peace is wrong. Oh, Beans, why? How do we build an Atom deck without red pips in it? A Baba Yaga might have been an issue. Stim hack? But we don't get that much value from Stim hack. We really don't. Like, we don't have self-modifying code. I'm not that convinced. We don't have simulchip. We don't have any way to milk those credits. Like, just getting 9 credits and not making a run at the same time could be better. You can use Technical Writer for econ too. Not really. Like, at the end of the game, we're probably only going to install like 6, 7 resources. It's not a good draw in the mid game. It's really rough. I don't like Technical Writer unless you're like recurring cards. We're not going to break ice all that efficiently. Oh, that's the hope at least. But I feel like getting to, like, we win the game if we set up Baba Yaga. And Peace helps us do that. You're right, Stim hack helps us win the game. But at the end of the day, we can't choose both, can we? Who needs 7 points? We only get 2 agendas we win, right? It's going well. I haven't gotten destroyed like that in a few weeks. Oof. All right, Kriyu joined in. They're in chat. They know what we're up to. Let's see that SDS drone deployment score. If they score drone deployment, we lose. Uh-oh. Also, decks are pretty good. What about Adori? Yeah, Fairy's just pretty good, right? Devas did not work out in the slightest. We did talk a lot about them, and then we realized they're bad. So we're not going to play Always Be Running, so we're going to get Find the Truth, Neutralize, and Safety First. Opening hand, really good. Actually, really, really good. No Baba, but it's good. Hey, good luck stream off, trying to show off a deck prototype that might just fizzle. Hey, best of luck. Field the Swordsman. A whole army. ABR versus Asa for sure? You think? A lot of their ice on the remotes have 2 subs. You might be right, actually. It depends how jammy they are. They said they're trying something, but it's faster than Titanum. I think you might be right. I think I don't have enough experience to realize how fast they are. Hey, Mulligan, though. 1 sub ice? No, but a lot of them is like things like Gatekeeper, where the end of the run matters more, or like Hagen, where, again, 1 sub routine. Again, Drafter also, 1 sub routine is good enough. The comment is ironic. Double install. It's also going to be hard for them to R&D. Oh, the issue is that when we access, we're going to have to trash cards, which is going to be pretty rough. So we want to install 4 cards here, or play 4 cards so we get our free draw, which we actually don't entirely need. We definitely play that. We can Dirty Logic R&D. We're likely to have to trash something, which is a bit of a bummer, but then we'll have at least 3 credits back. Whatever, we'll just get cards out of hand. It's a tier. Well, if we can Logic Bomb that. Do we ever cheaply break tier? We break tier for 4 credits if we have everything set up. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, my friends. Yo, Floopy, how's it going? I think you don't nearly have enough run events for ABR, though, I think. No, we don't have a lot of run events. We have 3 dirties, that's it. Thank goodness you didn't play ABR like a Oh, you also have to run first click. That's kind of a rough thing. Triple advance? What? Oh, double advance. And then tier? I don't know what that is. Earthrise. All right, we can emerge in creativity to pay 6 for Baba Yaga. They res an NGO front. Okay. That plays around some things. They're not going too fast. What's on top? It's a Fairchild 3. We eventually break that for a lot. We don't break this one cheaply. We don't break this cheaply at all. Maybe Cradle is better. It saves us a credit. That's a bummer. Ooh, we have an injection attack though, so we're good. Yaga's gonna be good. We need to draw into a multi-threader, something that we can throw out. We need to get that early agenda. So they have 10 credits, so the tier is going to be pretty strong here. If they can res it, they can't res it anymore. Fairchild 3, we could just run first click and click through something. If we can lose a Rezeki, oh, they're on IPO. Okay, so they can res tier here. So we definitely need a Logic Bomb. Huh. Do we? Hear me out. Hear me out. Baba Yaga. And then we emergent creativity for fairy, and then we run tier. Oh no, then we can't boost. Bummer. Do we just run R&D? Yeah, injection attack made it in, unfortunately. We need to install 2 cards. Oh, our MU is already really tight. We need to get accesses. We should be pressuring HQ. We should have last turn. I think we'll run HQ here. I don't want to dirty laundry because like there's a lot of things that end the run. Hagen, Gatekeeper, Enigma. I thought Gordian made it in, so no need for injection attack, right? Yeah, probably not. We're gonna see 2 cards here. We'll probably have to trash one. Top of the deck is a brain taping warehouse. Oh, that's a really unfortunate hit for us. It's a next activation command. We have to trash this, right? Ugh. SSL. Oh, okay. All right. Money. Now we don't have a thing to boost our hand size. They have no cards. What were they gonna draw? What was on top of their deck? Chat, what was on top of their deck? Emergent for brain chip? That's a play. But we need emergent for other things. Like, we can't do that. Do it, meow? It was a Fairchild? No. Oh, it was a brain taping warehouse, you're right. And then we hit it, we have to trash it, so it's not very good for us. I don't know if we emergent for hand size. I think we can just install 3 cards. Like, I don't want to emergent creativity for 3 of in the deck that we don't need. I think we actually install Baba Yaga. Installing this after running R&D is really hard. This just gets card out of our hand. Not great. And says in free draw? Yeah, but we'll draw it here. We don't have to trash it anymore. Oh, that's true. I was thinking about running HQ here when they score out their thing that gets their free ice rezzed. Like, they're gonna get some big ice on a remote. This is gonna be this thing. So that's a bummer for us. It shuffles the deck. That shouldn't matter too much. All right, so they're running really, really big ice. It's gonna be an issue for us. Damn it, we did not find our brain chip. Well, we run R&D regardless. What are we weak to? Roto turret. YOLO? Emergent it? You want chip really bad? No, but we'll draw into it with Earthrise. I just don't see how we win. You're right, it is free card draw. We'll see how this goes first. We could pull out a sentry here if we're really scared. Oh, what's it called? The barrier trashes Baba Yaga. Whoa, the new one, the Nisei barrier. It trashes Baba Yaga. Hagen, yeah. It's a Rashida Yahim. Okay. So we'll say 0. So we'll gain 3, we'll trash it. You think that's a tier? They could have rezzed it there, it would have been sweet for them. They're running a lot of Byroads, so they're running Brain Taping Warehouse. So maybe they're not on Hagen. Imagine they're just gonna try and install this behind something. The Rashida Trash was good. Emergent for Brain Chip? I don't like the play, but I'll do it. We just drew a brain chip! Of course we should have done it. We did shuffle our deck, so we can't. It's a 3 of. We need to find 1 ofs in the deck. We shouldn't be emergent creativity for this stuff. You're right though, it's good for our MU. So that looks like a warehouse. So we want to run late in the turn. And it looks like they're going slow enough that we could set up. They didn't res last turn. Why would they res this turn? Peace. All right. We can run R&D now. Fairchild 3 is an issue. Like, we just need breakers. So I think we can just install Earthrise and click for credits. At least we have this for our next emergent. Like, I don't think we have to do much on the table. This looks like brain. Find the Truth, just drew Fairy. That's good. It's a Jeeves. Okay. That's scary. So it looks like it's Jeeves into Brain Tape. So Jeeves means they can score off 4-2 never advances. What's you drinking tonight? We got a nice beer from Quebec. It's called L'Infusé Grenade Hibiscus. It's a pomegranate hibiscus white beer. It's the same color as the lights. It was planned, I guess. They drew. They're on 16. Install with an upgrade. Piece we're not gonna run. Murder those brain tapes. I don't know if we need to. Running last click is kind of what we do, but we're weak to border control. It's just like, I don't know how we ever run the remote. We have to lock R&D. Action after you gain clicks. Oh, ooh, I see what this is. So it looks like they have the Wayland upgrade and they're just gonna free res all their Biroids. So here we go, combo. Yeah, Surratt. All right, so Surratt, they res the brain taping. They res the brain taping. They res Heimdall for 0. They res Fairchild for 0. They can res another Biroid for 0. So this is a pretty neat combo. It's a tier, right? So they res all that for literally no money. Surratt City Grid. Doing things intended or not, we'll never know. So they got 8, 6, 10. They got 22 credit of stuff. But no Apex. Leopold, how's it going? So they got all the free money. Border control and eco-wire issues, yeah, we no longer know, but we know exactly what we need for this remote. We got sentry, barrier, code gate. Sorry, code gate, barrier, code gate. All right, I feel like we can just piece here. We eventually will deal with tier for really cheaply. Unfortunately, we don't have too much other access. So I think we just want to set up. We'll special order for breach. Cool. Off to the races. We could win this. Now, this is where smoke stealth, I guess, gets good. We got to figure out if we can deal with Fairchild pretty easily. Also, if we draw into Netrunner Eyes, I think it saves us a fair few credits. It lets us deal with 5 strengths for 2 cheaper, which is really nice. It's going to be an issue with Heimdall, but it deals with Fairchild for a bit cheaper. Fight of the big rigs, good matchup. It's interesting. We also know they have to trash this brain taping. And Surratt, if they res something else in here, I guess they need to res something else on this remote, or I don't know what else they can do. Just lock R&D. The thing is we can't lock. We don't have multi-access, really. But we do got access. There we go, net ready. Okay, we can net ready anything in our hand. Caddy actually might be important. Do we need it for this run? No. So we can just run. Here we go. Add 4 strength. Wait, does it not let us do it? Oh, I guess we can just do this. Add 4 strength. Oh man, actually, wait. Oh no, that's not right. It's because it would be at 0 strength. So we've broken all of it. Why are you singling R&D when you can check it for free? We only checked this for 1 credit. You're right, we can always run archives. But we checked this for 1 credit. So I don't think it's that bad. It's a remote enforcement. Wait, we're meant to say the cost? Or advancement requirement? Like this cost 1 credit. Okay, we're on game point. Of course I'm wrong again. Pad tab is okay. Mad Dash probably doesn't matter anymore. I think we'll just install Caddy and click Caddy. And now we basically try and lock R&D. We have another Logic Bomb, which is going to be very good against this matchup. We don't have any exposed for the remote. And we are going to be short a code gate, which we definitely need for the remote server. Check something to see the top card. Mad Dash might win if you find another 5-3. Yeah, totally. We could always just run archived. You're right. And if it was a 5-3, we should have ran archives first, and then we would have Mad Dash for a win. I think that's a really good point. Professor saying that move looks like it needs to be Ankuza Palangi deck response. Okay, double ice R&D. So find our code gate, come back later. And something in server 1. It looks like it's an agenda. Question is whether we can get in there. Hopefully we draw into. No, we didn't. But we're getting closer to our Doom rig. Can you use the hosted icebreakers? You can. I did there. I wasn't using the hosted icebreakers. It's just, it was easier than clicking Baba Yaga. But you can always still use the hosted icebreakers separately. Unfortunately, this is not a barrier. Okay, can we run this? Question is, do we have a fractor? We can deal with the barrier. This is probably not an NGO. You can get past the code gate with bomb. Yeah, but we don't have triple clicks for Fairchild, so we can't. Pat Berzeki net ready, right? Well, if we draw into a decoder, we win. If this is not an agenda, right? Like we can draw into Emergent Creativity. We could still play Emergent Creativity Run, or we could draw into the actual Gordian. There's some things. You don't need to break FC4. Ah, you're right. We don't. Yeah, we probably just go for it, right? Yeah, we'll draw once at least. Well, now we can do it. So, 8. We pay 11 for this, which is not that much cheaper than 8. Like, I think we just win. Okay. Seems okay. So technically we have to boost... Ugh. Oh, wow, this actually works. No, it doesn't work. Why doesn't Baba Yaga work? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 4. This is just 3 credits. We broke that for 3. This is a Heimdall, which is just 2 credits. Sick. That server was so cheap. First iteration of the cost SSLs would have been better there. Oh, for sure. I have a space for the critic. We had to literally top deck there either a second logic bomb or the what's it called? The thing that we did, the merchant creativity. Undefeated on GameNET. Wow. Yeah, the Doom Rig we got there. We have to get really lucky that we stole an early agenda to get Brain Chip up, but like that's Adam, right? That's Adam. Oh my god. Could have waited for next as well, maybe. Ice? Or the activation. So the resing all, yeah, they had the current, which is gives +2 strength to everything, which just basically gets canceled by injection attack. And then we can't use non-icebreaker cards to break subroutines, which means Logic Bomb actually doesn't break subroutines. That's cool. Oh wow, how did that work? Top tier deck, my friends. We drew good too. Like we just drew an early Yaga, which is obviously so important. Aye. How many upgrades? I feel like a lot of times you want to stack upgrades with Surratt, but okay, we gotta try another one. Just Surratt, one Orella Salvatore. Oh, neato. So that turn always feels so nice. Hey, thanks, you too. Okay, all right, here we go. Here we go. Peace in a Time seemed good. Like I feel like the Peace in a Time better than Stim Hack, but a large part is that because we have an injection attack in the deck, and we have to build around the injection attack. Injection attack is just a better card than Stim Hack, so you don't want to be in a position where you have a breaker but no Yaga. Yeah, because it's really clumsy if we don't have rejig, because we can't put things back onto the Yaga, so we would just like logic bomb or anything. I'm dying. All right, Radzuka's over in YouTube chat. Blue Sun. That's actually really difficult. Hey, thanks, you too. Punitive is a thing we have to watch out for, but we are a very bad deck at contesting an early oversight AI due to the fact that we need like 3 cards installed. But we are good at dealing with some of the bigger things. Chiyashi's just going to straight up be, well, that's a hand. Chiyashi's going to straight up be a problem on the basis that we are going to have AIs installed for the whole game. For Faust, at least. Oh, if you play, yeah. Injection attack is Faust fuel. You just throw it out for Faust. Hey, Andre, can't stay, but wanted to drop by. Say love you, Aaron. Hey, thanks for dropping by. Glad you can pop in. We're gonna mulligan this one, huh? Like early econ's obviously good, but we need to get our cards on the table. We need to set up. Like that's better. Yaga Breach. Oh my God, Breach. We actually can deal with a Chiashi early, but then if we install it, bad spot. All right. And back here's the list. Surah Warehouse here. We'll open that out too. Blue Sun makes my brain hurt. Blue Sun's one of those decks where like if you don't have a deck that deals with big eyes, like oh my God, is a no fun. Logic Bomb also bypasses an ice, so you're not going to deal with an oversight. This could easily be like any sort of the bounce replay abilities like Marilyn or Rashida, which isn't really a bounce replay, but you know what I mean. I don't want to show the breach, but we have breach into break. Like this is so good. We can deal with an early overstate AI on basically anything. That's sick. It's Rashida. We drew into a net ready eyes. Also pretty okay. Did they mulligan? I don't think we said good luck. Oh, we did. Nice. No, they kept. DLotW Duck. How's it going, Duke? Welcome. What is this? That's an overstate AI on a toll booth. Fancy. I've never seen that in a while. That's okay. Run HQ. We probably should have. We'd have to trash something. We can't steal SDS early. SDS is going to be a problem. We have to Rezeki it out. But toll booth we can't deal with. That's meant to be an overstate AI. If you don't know, it's this card. Gordian Blade. Yeah, Gordian Blade could work. We need to find it though. And at the end of the day, we still have to pay its install cost plus 6, 7, 9 credits. So seems bad. Cast is playable. Fine. Keep drawing. Pat Tap's actually pretty good against Blue Sun because anytime they bounce, it's a gain creditability off of a printed corp card, so you're fine. Should have taken Cradle. No, you know how good Gordian Blade was in the last matchup? It was nuts. They're at 18. It's okay. I don't know how good Turning Wheel is going to be. It is multi-axis though. I don't want to show the breach. That's the issue. Oh, Jesus. We have everything? Okay. Install, advance, advance. If this is an SDS, we lose the game. This is where you need stim hack. Oh, man. We can't contest this. Actually, we probably can with Logic Bomb. What are we scared of? Oh, I know. SDS drone deployment. We don't have a Rezeki, we don't have an RNG, we don't have a multi-threader. Those are all our things we'd sacrifice to SDS. Yeah, Paperclip would make this very easy, you're right. And we don't need Mad Dash in this deck. I reckon we could do Paperclip, but Breach is really good. Paperclip's a card that's better with System Seizure. If this is an SDS, I swear to God. So much for a slow deck. Yeah, we still don't have economy though. Like even if this is not, like if this is an SSL, we're kind of weak to punitive. I think we have to let this go and hope that it's an SSL. Double Pat Tap on SSL would be pretty good. I guess we don't commit Gordian Blade if we're worried about no, that's good. Hopefully next turn. I guess we just play something here. We can't play our net ready eyes because it'll. Oh, it's 2 meat damage. I thought it was 1. SDS is an amazing agenda. It won me so many gen games. It's just a good agenda. Oh, thank Lord. Okay, food. Good. Does nothing for them. Lucky you, I'd say. All right, so we can't piece because they scored. So we're gonna set up to piece next turn. Oh, that's really good. So we're just gonna get our free card draw going. So we're now set up. We're at Doom Rig position. We will install daily class and in theory, I guess, take a credit. We don't need to. We'll get free card draw. We'll get 4 credits and emergent creativity for RNG key or whatever. Yearning for SACCon, yeah. In theory, if we steal an SDS, we could use Dummy Box, but it doesn't seem particularly good. That's a fast rig. Yeah, that was a good start. Run Archives? Why? Probably Crisium, could be Kayambe. I feel like we want a piece here, giving them money, like 14 credits. If they res a toll booth, that's most of their money, but we definitely need some money. Piece in our time also gives us 9, like Pat Tap, Piece, Chef's Kiss, all that good stuff. I think actually we could consider playing Net Ready Eyes here. Logic Bomb's probably better. Actually, I don't think so. I feel like, is Net Ready Eyes worth it? I feel like it is. if we keep either, like, keeping Mad Dash is probably the worst card, but they're on 3-pointers, actually. If we keep any of these cards, we're okay. And this will ensure that we get free card draw. Yeah, we got, oh man, that's so good. Get us a draw, yeah, exactly. Building blocks. There's the Chiashi. We haven't installed AI, so no matter what, oh, okay. Do we go ahead and make this worth 3 points? Doesn't really help us. But this Chiashi, we break for 2, 4, 6 credits. Chiashi for 6, let's go! Chiashi for 6! We're gonna lose 4 cards. Could bypass? Yeah, but then we're really weak to border control, which is very likely. It's not on counter, it's when we break a subroutine. So we could logic bomb it. I feel like we don't need the cards in our deck that much more. Like, I don't care if we lose 6 cards. 6? Obviously this is the best. So we're gonna have to manually trash because there's no way this is implemented properly. Not that the GameNET people don't do amazing stuff, but Baba Yaga just doesn't seem like it's working consistently. No. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this says when there's an AI, trash the top 2 cards when the runner breaks a subroutine. So 1. Oh, that stay on page, please. How do you trash cop? How do you? Can you trash 6? Is there a command for that? Mad Dash? Why? Putting us on 3 points is not good. Like, it doesn't do anything. Oh, they can't do it. Fantastic. So we lost Rizeki, Multi-Threader, Brain Chip, Earthrise, Emergent, Dirty Laundry. Okay. I don't think we need to Mad Dash this. 3 is just worse for punitive. 1 strength. For food? Oh, you're right. That's fine. Ooh, Assassin. We break this for 2 credits. Value. Yeah, with food, you're right. With food. If they bounce, we also gain 2. Whoredom. Oh, that's our weakness. They triple advance that. We actually just have to Gordian Blade it. So this is 5 credits. No, we'll give them a credit so we get money back. We'll just use, it's cheaper to use this. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people don't do this in tournament play, but let the corp gain a credit if you got pad taps, if it doesn't matter how much money they got. This is disgusting, I'm throwing up. Oh man, this is good. Imagine us playing 1 million with the Devas. Yeah, man, we played 2 decks with huge ice with Devas. Under the bus? Not an issue. I don't even think we have connections in this deck. Oh no, we have Caddy, Yeah, we could have Mad Dash there for sure. So if they bounce Chiashi, we will gain 2 credits. They will be at 17. They'd have to double punitive us. We definitely want to play the Brain Chip to get the card draw going. So I think we just do Brain Chip draw. RNG key is really good because next turn they probably won't have money to protect RND. We're going to have 3 cards anyways. We can just click for a credit here because we're going to be at 3 and then they have the triple punitive us. I feel like that we're pretty safe. Caddy we can't rely on anymore now that they have under the bus. They're bouncing the Chiashi. They gain 12. They install costs and the click and we gain 2 back. It's pad tab is so strong against Blue Sun if you can force them to res. Your hand size is large. Yeah, our hand size is now what? 5. So it's good. Now they have the money to res on R&D for sure. Up to 4 is what you wanted? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh wow, okay, that's really good for them, obviously. Building blocks to Chiashi, so that saves install costs. We still break this for 6, but it mills our deck. We do want to get a Rizeki on the table at some point, because we can't do Caddy indefinitely. Jesus, we're good at this game. Do we just run HQ? I think we do just run HQ. It's a toll booth. Okay. So we lose 3, and I think we break this for 3 credits. Wow, that's good. So 1, 2, because Net Ready Eyes is such a big deal with 5 strength ice, and then we'll break 1 with Gordian. So we have to call a number here. All that we know that's in their hand is what's it called? Is under the bus. I don't. What? How much does that card cost? Bus. I'm just gonna search bus. Under the bus 1. What other ones do they have? Probably not a lot. Find the truth. It's a toll booth. Okay. I think we have to guess 1. It's educated. Oh, we hit under the bus. Oh, we're so good. We don't need the card draw. The money seems important. Punitive. Okay, and we have to trash this Crisium, unfortunately. I forgot about that. That's a bummer if they're on C. Wow, another one. If they're on Overstate Eye is a 1-2. You're right, and they probably wouldn't have played it. So we're weak here now to C-Source and to trash, but we didn't see it. Install jam and the 3rd building blocks. All right, they can probably score this, and we'll just try and lock R&D. Oh, yo, it's birthday lady luck. Yeah, it's going good. Now they just double punitive. They could. You're right. They could have. I don't know if they had the money last turn. I feel like we now just go R&D here. We always could just run archives first. If they res, is not too bad for us. It's probably Rashida. I think so. Let's bomb this one. I don't know if we need to bomb this one. Like, what do we... I guess we could easily bomb this one because we know that the server isn't that expensive. Yeah, we'll bomb it last click. I think you're right. We can bomb this one for sure. We only have 1 more bomb in the whole deck, but I don't think it's going to matter because our Doom rig is set up. Do we run R&D or do we just run archives? I feel like we just run archives, set up Rizeki, and then run. It's an Oaktown. Okay. Well, that changes everything. Do we mad dash it? Yeah, probably. Is 9 credits enough? Yeah, I feel like it's probably pretty good. Otherwise, suffer meat damage. Good luck, us. They're on punitive, though. Oh, man. So this is a bit harder. Because if we steal... Oh, no, this mad dash is actually kind of bad because the punitive play is really dodgy. I don't think we want to mad dash. Sorry, excuse me. I don't think we mad dash this. Because the punitive is a lot stronger on 3 points than 2. Excuse. You mad dash and draw? Oh, because we can draw too. Oh. I forgot we can draw. Is the money better than draw? I'm a mess. It's an agenda worth 1 point. Yeah, we scored, so it counts. And now we could run here, in theory, steal an agenda and win the game. But I feel like we don't need to. RNG key, 4. Draw 2, steal. Okay, so they could double punitive us and we'd die. They could double punitive us and we would lose the game. So I guess we could always dirty laundry archives. I don't know if we needed it. It's not a steal? Oh, really? Rob is saying Andre. Oh, check your hand size. Yeah, sure, but then what do we do? Just draw up? I guess we could just draw 2, you're right. It's better than clicking for credits. If this is not a Rashida, if this is the game-winning agenda, but I feel like we're in an okay spot. Okay, we'll just do that. Draw, then Adam draw? Yeah. Shit! It was the game-winning agenda! Oh no, we could have had it there. We could have just ran there and logic bombed. Ooh. Okay, but we're in a pretty good spot. We can dirty laundry archives. They probably threw out the thing that we saw, the under the bus. It doesn't look like we have connections. But now we just have to lock the remote, which is not that hard. We'll see the top of the deck too, and we win on basically any agenda. Oh my lord! What is happening tonight? This has 3 strength. 3 strength! Gino Reed is, oh my god, that's disgusting. Oh, good game. We just saw agenda after agenda. Whoa. So what else they had? They had double Whoredom. Ooh, double Whoredom is so rough. We can get 2 credits off of them with Gordian. We boost into it. It's super cheap. We pay 1 credit with Gordian. Like, how much does the server cost with Never Eye's injection attack? 1 to boost. Break. Not break. They gain 1. We gain 2. Break, break. Yeah, that's rough. The Gordian. Oh my god. That's crazy good. Even Yaga doesn't remember that. Our matchup against Acid Spam is probably garbage. Oh man, good game. Got an absurd start. Literally drew all the breakers in proper order. Imagine the GFI was an SDS though. Yeah, we would have lost the game. If that GFI was a SDS drone deployment, we would have been out of the game by a country mile. We have 3x Rozeki. We're fine versus spam. I don't know. I feel like we can get tricked into things. Argus is also probably a really rough matchup. Logic bomb into like Prisec is super scary. This deck is disgusting. We've been very fortunate with this, with both our matchups and the way that the deck is drawn, but like pretty good. It looks like we drew pretty heavily, and we did. Admittedly, we lost 6 cards to the Chiashi, but it is what it is. We probably need some tech for real corpse. Yeah, for the most competitive corpse, we probably want to put some tech in it, because we were pretty, like, everything that we did building this deck was almost entirely agnostic of what's good. We were just being like, okay, we played Corset Netrunner, we understand corpse have ice. That's literally as far as we got. Like, misdirection is definitely good in this deck when you can tutor it. And that's like, we put no consideration into it. What do you do versus Argus? I don't know really what you do. Argus is such a hard matchup. They have like data ravens, they have border controls. You can't logic bomb anything in Argus very easily. Argus is probably one of Adam's hardest matchups, I think, regardless of what you do. You have to like trash for 5 credits when you hit like too big to fail. It's so hard. Blue Sun's pretty real. Yeah, Blue Sun's good, but like Blue Sun's one of the ones that just runs ice, right? Like a lot of decks run ice and then other win conditions on top of it. Yeah, would be funny to see this against my Jank cores. An answer to Xerath. Oh, what do you do versus Argus? Yeah. I don't know if they're still typing or not. I feel like that sometimes it's just broken. It's good versus the stuff, but it's not invincible. Yeah. We'll have some real issues here. It's 10-10. I guess we'll do another one. And then after that, I want to play that Jumon deck again because it's like legitimately very fun. Yeah, it's weird to talk about myself in this sort of tone, but at midnight's my birthday, so we're gonna stream a bit later tonight. We're gonna get to midnight, and then there might be a cake date here, which won't be on stream, but shout out to Maddie. We'll do one more. If you're just tuning in, by the way, it's the Metrunner Grid. How's it going? We stream Thursday nights. Oh, that's... I hit the wrong button. This is the Metrunner Grid. Hopefully you're doing well. If you're new to this channel, new to the community, I highly recommend you to make an account on Twitch or YouTube, either in the comments or if you're watching live. Ask questions, say hi, meet everyone. It's really good. It's good. New Angela Saul. Piss. If that's just like scarcity play over and over again, we're gonna be in a big issue. Hey, Clickots. Thanks, you too. What does the splash screen look like? That's what the button I thought I hit, but I hit the wrong button. So we mulliganed? Or no, we're waiting for the court. I'll take a shot at your midnight. Let me know when it's close. Yeah, definitely. We're about 45 minutes away. Even though Adori's online fairy is still just 100%. Even though Adori's online fairy is still 100% better. I don't know if Adori is straight better. The install cost is really important. Opening hand, we could probably do better than this. I'm assuming New Angela Soul is either going to do something janky and silly. My friend called me while I was sleeping and they were like, but if we're playing against scarcity, like it's not particularly good. I bet this is Kill Switch. Oh yeah, that actually is a good point. It could be. And Kill Switch are pretty okay with Brain Chip in hand. Yo, you gonna come and stop Andre? He's going nuts on GameNET. Hey Baza, gotta come to stream. Welcome. How you doing? It could be Tarmar. It could be. Tarmar's not amazing. I think we can mulligan this hand. Like the best card we have is Rozeki and Daily Casts, I guess. Let's get some econ. Yeah, it seems probably better. RNG Key, Dirty Laundry. Like that's really good if they don't ice R&D. What are y'all up to tonight? We're playing a Deva deck. We got to the conception point and then realized we built a Baba Yaga deck in Adam, and it's been pretty good. It's been okay. Install ice. Install no current. Don't know what this is. Looks like Rashida. What is that? I don't know, but we get to go in and do our RNG Key Dirty Laundry R&D, get some information, get a lot of money, an absurd amount of money with Find the Truth. It's a slot machine. That is a good card against us, I guess. I don't think we want the cards because we want to keep our hand size down. So we're up at 11 credits, which is really good. It looks like they have some assets, so the HQ run is a bit dodgy. I don't know if they mulliganed or not. They kept, so we could just play the Daily Cast here and click for credit. DLHQ, run HQ. I feel like if we wanted to do that, the RNG key is not good. I don't know. You're right. I don't respect the HQ pressure that we can get from the double axis. We haven't run HQ once, have we? That's a shame. I don't know. I feel like my yellow profile pick is pretty reconcilable, but I loved how it felt like there was no recursion to the Dory comment by his recent opponent. Sorry? I'm not sure I follow. All right, so that was a Rashida we called. I still don't know what server 2 is. Sometimes you just like jam remotes that are agendas just because Adam is has a lot of pressure on HQ. They drew a fair bit. We know one of them is a slot machine. We don't know the other 3 cards that they drew. But we do have RNG keys, so they definitely want to ice up R&D with something. And we haven't seen a current so far, which is something they definitely want to play as soon as possible. Sometimes they can just throw the current out and like just play from archives when an agenda is scored or stolen. That's sometimes not the worst thing to save a credit when the current is not that important. Icing HQ, that's good pressure. Wow, do we get free R&D here? Do we just go R&D? We need an agenda. I would go R&D. Man, it's so rough here. Like the money is really important, but the card draw is also really good. But then we have to dump our hand. So Wampoa, oh, shit on me. Ugh, this card's no good. It's a restricted card, but they're probably playing more than one. It's probably what's in server 2 as well. So we'll trash it for free. We can go back and see another card. This probably means there are a few agendas or big agendas. This also might mean, I don't know what they do with that. We have to trash that. Ugh. You said that Odori comment like you had no idea it was me you played. I wrote on YouTube while you waited for Jane to text. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, good game. You're totally right. I feel like we can run server 1 here. We've already done one trash a turn. I don't know what we're scared of. Ugh. Probably run HQ. Some Shannon Claire stuff maybe? Yeah, it could be. I would see that. If we run HQ, we probably hit slot machine. We could run R&D again. Like, we just want to get our hand size up, which is, you know, a bummer. This could be Shannon Claire in server 2. It looks like it's a prison deck for sure, which is a struggle. Like, we just want early Rozekis. I never love installing Brain Chip for no reason, but I guess we do. I just don't know how to throw out a card here. Don't want to play that. Okay, this is gonna be bad. I don't think we got this one anymore. Confidence low. They drew a card. They just drew an unknown card. R&D still open. They drew a second, not doing anything with what they have in the remote. I think it's prison. Yeah, I think we are definitely versus prison. Like Wampoa, ice, not a lot of ice it seems. Remote assets just standing there like Wampoa, Shannon, Aryabhata Tech could be pretty common. Like we know Cocottes like this sort of stuff. Just get a lot of access before it gets bad. Yeah, before we get economic warfare to heck. We want to get that agenda, like really important. Also running archives might matter if there's an agenda in there with Wampoa. We can get a shuffle. Enigma. I'll actually run archives here. I think there's an agenda in there. Yeah, there's a Bologna. We'll take it. All right, and now we get the free card draw, which is all we want. The credits, like this easily could be a Rashid or something, but if it's anything that the big trash costs can be an idiot, I'm gonna just click for credits. Yeah, we're good, okay. What does prison deck mean? It's a deck that's not particularly great at scoring agendas, but it wants to basically build a board state that will push you out of the game, either to the point where if you interact with them, you will get heavily punished, and then you can interact with them, or at that point they'll start to slowly score out. Things that like build a huge amount of credits and then leverage C-Source into closed accounts, things that do net damage, advanced assembly lines. Looks like this is an asset spam deck. Archives turns off trash? Yeah, that's totally true. Hashtag Adam plays. Yeah, prison decks are decks that want to basically put you in a spot where you can't play the game anymore. Okay, they got the ice on R&D. We might want to check what server 4 is, honestly. Rozeki also would be pretty good. We can't special order it because it's not an icebreaker. But we would emergent creativity a multi-threader. It also lets us see what the top of the deck is. Sometimes they want to sneak on an agenda there. It's assembly lines, that's fine. We have to trash this. It's a rebranding team. Oh, so this is like a recreation of the deck list from the broken Shannon Claire Wampoa stuff from the Ocarina tournament. So they want to score one of these out, and then they can add Blitz their stuff back and build this incredibly combo deck that actually can win in a single turn. It's really, really, really strong if they can score that. So we definitely need to steal that. We'll also be on game point. So we'll draw into a logic bomb. That's not going to do it. This is likely an Enigma, right? Unfortunately, we have no good way to deal with the Enigma. Our hand size is 6. Like we could special order for the Gordian, but I think we just want to run here, force him to res, last click. And we'll click for a credit here, and then we'll run HQ when it doesn't go anywhere. I wonder if this deck is trying the Ad Blitz combo. I think it definitely is. Yeah, that's an Enigma which we thought, which makes him spend money, and then we don't lose a click. So we click for a credit first. So that's the problem with the deck list, is that like we need Yaga down first. That Dumbbrick Masterpiece, yeah, it's really, really strong. They also know everything we draw, which is really important. Like with safety first, they're seeing everything we draw, or not safety first, sorry, find the truth. So they can play around it a bit smartly. Like they know we don't have a logic bomb. We know that they have an agenda in hand. So we're definitely gonna be running HQ next click. We've seen so far that probably on HQ is what's it called? Slot machine, which doesn't end the run. Another card in server 1. Uh-oh. What upgrades does that deck run? Like it runs, yeah, Cali testing. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So they're gonna score it out, and now they have exactly what they need. Sponsorship, scored. Now all their advertisements, so they have the combo, so we basically have to be trashing a lot of stuff. It's weird that they're playing this in New Angel Sol. I would assume that it seems okay in Spark, right? Because of the ad pressure. I don't know why Sol. We haven't seen a current yet. Maybe this is literally this list and they just copy pasted, and that deck was playing Sol and then it was playing the switch ability. Like maybe they just net decked it. So Cali testing's coming back. They have no money, so we can get some good access on HQ, but now everything is an advertisement. But they also don't have money. So they're at the point where this could be an issue. They can get infinite money. They don't have the money to play the current. No, but if they get the proper, like, what's it called? Assembly lines recursion with some amount of money, they can make infinite money. Find the truth. Advanced assembly lines. Okay, we probably want to trash that. Fire Iron G key. What are we guessing? 4? Red level clearance? Okay. Ad Blitz. That's X. X is 0, right? Whew. This is gonna be scary. Assembly lines is an issue too. I think we need to start getting down our Yaga, just so that we can pressure R&D next turn. We'll draw once here. Yeah, that's fine. The deck was not rebranding team in the list. It was rebranding team. Oh, you're right. So they couldn't have decked it. You're totally right, because they weren't allowed to put the agenda in the deck. So it's not a straight deck, so they probably have currents. Okay, so they just drew assembly lines, which is very good. With Ad Blitz, they can pay X, and X can be more than the amount of ads in archives. Now, it's only all their assets, but the idea is that they could pay like 7, and then each time they install advanced assembly lines, they can install 7 assembly lines, and each one gives them 2 credits. If they have a breaker bay grid, it's even stronger than that. So that's a really, really, really good draw. Okay, so now they have 4 credits, and next turn they get assembly lines and have infinite money, right? Like basically they pop this assembly line. They don't need to pop it, I guess. They could pop it for breaker bay grid if we don't run, and then they pay 4, and then they do assembly line, assembly line, assembly line, assembly line, getting 2, 4, 6, 8. I guess they need the breaker bay grid for that to be really good. We do have a Rozeki, which is good. We could run server 1 here. It'll show us what the top of R&D is. And we need to keep their money down at all costs. There's probably a slot machine on HQ. If it fires and they get the credits back, it's an issue. Or Shishida, probably need to trash that. But they just recur with Ad Blitz for 1 credit, so I don't think we need to trash it. Oh, that's a bummer. Combo just multiplies their money since they need to pay first. Yeah, totally. If they have, it multiplies it by, it doubles their money, it triples their money if they have the grid. But we know what they're drawing. They're drawing Rashida. We just need to get our money up, huh? That's definitely good. If we get the Gordian down. Yeah, we probably need to. We could have considered playing the multi-threader. Like, we're going to break once a turn. So it's definitely... Oh, double Rozeki. That's really, really good. Merchant for Rig, yeah. What do you mean by rig? Oh, just like Gordian? Yeah, I think that's the right. Okay, so that looks like it's a Rashida. It also just could be a barrier here. It is rezzing the Rashida. So if we trash it again, they just recur it, but I think we need to, I guess, force them to do that. There's no winning against this. There really isn't. I guess we can always just force the Rashida trash, though. If there's something that trashes programs here, obviously we're in a really bad spot. But then last click, we can run HQ and gain 2 credits if we make a successful run. Yeah, there's the gold farmer. So that we will just probably end the run here. With 3 credits, they can still res gold farmer. I'm not gold farmer, slot machine. So we can run that, or we can just run archives. I think running archives is probably fine. And we just play Rozeki and then Lily Lockwell. That will be an advertisement. They can res that. The one face down card we hit is Shannon Clare, no surprise. Lily Lockwell we no longer have to trash. So if we run R&D, it's like Magnum Opusing. Or we could draw cards, but I don't think we need cards too bad. The special order for Corroder will get us through the remote if we need to. Oh boy. Wait, it was Lily Lockwell? I don't know what Lily Lockwell, I didn't remember. It was 2, I think? I'm pretty sure it's 2. Yeah. And we don't have to trash this. Thank you. Trash team spawn? We could. The thing is, like, I don't know how they recur the calibrations, because I don't know the deck. Like, we did not get to watch Dumbbrick play the deck during the Ocarina tournament, but we probably want to trash this at some issue. Actually, I think trashing the team sponsorship is kind of rough, right? Like, because they just play ad blitz and recur all of their assets regardless. Like, team sponsorship only hits a Cali testing. There's the Breaker Bay grid. Okay, so now they're gonna get infinite money. Like, this is the broken combo. If we could stop them from scoring the rebranding team, which they needed exactly both of the, what's it called? Both Cali testing, the deck has no teeth, but unfortunately we didn't. So check this out. Like, they started their turn with what, 6 credits? So they just keep doing advanced assembly lines over and over again. It's absurd. I don't know how good this deck is in standard format. Like, obviously it doesn't do much unless you score this. But in Ocarina, it seemed absurd. But what did they do with the infinite money, actually? I don't even know. But this is going to take a while to do this combo. Oh, Wampoa. Okay, so we definitely need to trash that. That wasn't that good, was it? This adds to the bottom of R&D so it doesn't shuffle. HQ spicy now? Yeah, it probably is. I think we do go HQ. Assembly lines. Install another card. It looks like an upgrade. So we'll just do Gamble Run HQ. It's an Arella Salvatore. Makes a lot of sense. Lets them combo out. Team Spawn's actually worth trashing for the HQ pressure, but I think we're going to talk about HQ pressure. We'll just go for it right now. We just need that Mad Dash. Yeah, this is Slot Machine. So let's see what we got here. Mad Dash, Resource, Peace in Our Time. So if we see the winning agenda on top of the deck, if it's a 3-pointer, we can win the game. So 3, 4, 5. Actually, they can get the 3 credits. I don't think we care. I think they can get infinite money, so I don't think that we care. Then we paid 4. Wait, no, that was stupid. Actually. We didn't lose it, did we? Why do we care? Oh, they just Wampoa a card. Oh, that's an issue. Oh, and then they get the cards back with Shannon Clare. Well, I don't think we care if they have money. It's a Lily Lockwell on top of the deck. So RNG key here, we have to either call 0, 1, or X. How are you pulling back the advanced assembly lines? It's because it's an advertisement, because they scored rebranding team, and then they can just play ad blitz and then over and over again. Regain 3 more? Did they fire it again? Okay. It's 0, 1, or 2. I would actually guess 0 here. Red level. Oh, that was the 1. We saw that earlier. And Lily Lockwell, we have to trash that. So another Lilywell on top. You spent to raise strength. So there's another Lily on top, and they recur the Lilies. I don't think they have punishment, so like trashing the sponsorship seems mediocre. They didn't fire the lose 3. Did they not? I don't think they did. I just want to check. No, they only gained 3. No, because we technically broke it. Yeah, I don't think we need to. So the Mad Dash in hand is good. We can still win off a single Bellona. Wampoa doesn't shuffle that. And I think we just click for credits and hold on. I don't know how fast they can score, but we're definitely going to be surprised. Yeah, we broke it. Exactly, didn't fire. The combo just multiplies their money. I read that a while ago. Excuse me. Yep, seems good. Cool. All right. So 2 Rizekis. We want some more money if we can. Pad Tap is not that strong. It will fire pretty consistently, but they do a lot of triggers in a single turn as opposed to like many triggers once across many turns, right? So they don't have another ad blitz. They just drew a Lily. They drew an unknown card. Another unknown card. And as soon as we see the Bellona, we can win. Running HQ pressure is like not particularly good. I think we just run archives, right? Because if they have an agenda with Wampoa, they'll just hide it, which is fine. It like stops them from winning. Server 6 honestly could be an agenda, I don't know. But it's probably the Lily Lockwell. Wampoa fire. Such a bummer, Wampoa. We're on archives, prevents the trash as well. Just give us a Bellona. It's a vanilla. I can't deal with that. All right, special order for Corroder, I reckon, or a breach, or yeah, that's our Corroder, huh? Oh, we can't cat either. You need to deal with Lily if you want to find the truth to win. Oh, that's actually very true. You're right. Yeah, we do need to deal with Lily. Luckily, they'll pop Lily, so I don't think we have to. But yeah, you're right. Lily does defeat us. Earthrise is good. Oh, it's Rashida. Ooh, that's good. So the power cards are, and the thing is like they can recur ad blitzes all over again if they use Shannon Claire, right? Like they just put ad blitz on the bottom of their deck, and then Shannon Claire, they can draw the card from the bottom of the deck that they bottomed with Wampoa, and then they can ad blitz over and over again. Like it's really not that hard for them to set up a 7-point combo or just a 5-point combo at this point. Like we can lose at any turn. I'm not that well versed with the combo, but I'm pretty aware that they can do it. They just need to be able to like recur calibration testings over and over again. So I think trashing the team sponsorship has to be correct. Yeah, well, we're going to do that next turn. I think we just run this, trash it, see the top of R&D, click for 3, or click 2, install Earthrise. Ipecac, how's it going? Second ice on R&D. I don't know what sentries they could be on, but I guess Newshound makes sense. We still haven't seen a current. I think they understand that they can lose R&D. More Adam? Yeah, Baba Yaga Adam. It's the good stuff. Pays credit, install server 7 as well. Easily could be Rashida. We'll take the credit hit here. It's another Wampoa. That's a bummer, but at least it's a bad draw. We can check what this is, I guess. I don't know if they actually have punishment, but if this is a Rashida or a... Yeah, it's a Lily. That makes sense. So they just popped it. So now Lily doesn't do anything because we're not going to be tagged. So they have to overinstall to get into archives, which is better for us. I feel like our money is more important than the Earthrise Hotel. So we'll just click. Oh, that's good. I'm confused about what the combo is. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure what the combo is, but basically, if they play Ad Blitz, they can install assets over and over again. So they can install all these advanced assembly lines, gaining all the money for free. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they'll have to trash Wampoa, which is a good thing. Now, the idea is that they can keep scoring agendas, like... what else? They have to basically also recur what's called Lily Lockwells over and over again. Because if they have infinite money, you basically install Lily Lockwell, res her for free with Breaker Bay Grid, and you can draw your whole deck. So Ad Blitz, yeah, just like William is saying, the combo's Ad Blitz to draw the whole deck with recurring Lily Lockwell, and at that point, they're basically a sports metal combo deck. With the exact same package of Breaker Bay Grid, Breaker Bay Grid, and Aurela Salvatore team sponsorship and friends. It's very strong. It's just like it hinges on scoring this. In Ocarina, that wasn't the case. So we need to hit the Lily Lockwells to be able to lock R&D. Cali testing? Okay, that's worth trashing. It's a BBG. I guess we'll trash that. And the thing is, like, they just ad blitz back these team sponsorships, so like it's not that strong. They just need to draw into an ad blitz, but by now I assume they have a second one. The Logic Bomb's gonna be pretty good. Just thought of a good name for this deck. What do you got, Ian? You're probably really close to comboing off. Also, they have infinite money. Like, not infinite, but they can basically triple their money now with a single ad blitz. Yo, Raketha, good evening. How you doing? Like, I don't even know if we run this. I think we just run archives. Bobby, you goofed. Baba's Biroid? Why is that? I don't want to go trash things anymore. I don't think it matters. We'll just run archives. They could Wampoa here if there's an agenda, which is very likely. It's a rebranding team. We don't win off a rebranding team. They threw out a media blitz. Oh, it makes sense now. That's how they play it. They do media blitz with rebranding team to make sure that they get one of these scored. Oh, that's super cute. So my day after work trying a Majora's Mask randomizer. It's really fun. Oh, it's really cool. Still steal IMO? Yeah, I think so. It gets us closer to winning. And trash? What do you mean and trash? Baba Yaga. Baba Yoga. So this actually could be, what's it called? Another Lily Lockwell, which would draw, so this would be a bad run. Trash 10? Oh, too late. You're right, we probably should have if that was a, what's it called? Lily. Oh, it's a vanilla? Expensive. So we might suffer to the Lily here. I'll admit that. We're gonna look dumb. Oh, apparently not. So I don't actually know what we need to draw into. I feel like we just want the money here. I don't know what other card we want besides, I guess, the Sentry Breaker. Oh, now they can play the Media Blitz, but I don't think they want to. Okay, still on game point. Mad Dash seeming less important. With the Wampo in hand, again, the HQ runs seem a bit worse, but I guess it slows them down. It's a tech startup. Uh-oh. I think I'm doing a Media Blitz Ad Blitz deck after seeing all the Ad Blitz decks. Yeah, success. I reckon it's really strong. This is a team sponsorship in Server 11. So that means we don't have to run it. Oh man, if it's just on top of the R&D, they also, I think we check archives, and if it's not R&D, we have to just keep running HQ over and over again, right? Because they can only Wampo once a turn. I guess if they Wampo at the end of their turn, it changes it, and they just bury all their agendas. Like, that's the issue. If we had any way to access the bottom of R&D, we'd be in a good spot. The deck in Ocarina was able to fire off on like turn 4, turn 5 pretty consistently. And I think that's a big deal, is that obviously you have this scored. I don't think that's saying anything too impressive. Man, Rosaki is a good card. Showing off Splash. Time to actually install Multithreader? Oh yeah, we have one. Card in Server 12. Interesting. Wampoa 1? Okay. So running HQ now seems a bit worse. So we need to have 3 agendas. I honestly don't know how good the sponsorship is in the list. I think you trash team spot. I'm just not sure. Gotta be another Media Blitz deck after this, but Jumon? Yeah, we probably do. Prevents combo? I don't actually know if it does. I'm not sure if it does. But no matter what, we have to trash the draw card, otherwise we will lose. Ad Blitz? Dang. It's a CVS. We have to trash it. If we trash the team sponsorship, I guess it stops them from ad blitzing. I honestly don't think it's necessary. But I'll do it just in case. What does Earthrise draw into? 1 gamble, 1 laundry. And I don't think we want to give them more money, but I don't think the money matters. They can triple their money at any point if they just draw their ad blitzes. Seems like the turn we lose. If we can buy ourselves 1 more turn, we have a chance. Baba Bomb? A Baba Bomb. I mean, the ad blitz black team sponsorship, yeah. Isn't trashing Arella a lot more impactful? Wait, did we see an ad blitz on top or a media blitz? I think it was an ad blitz, so I think we've lost. I thought it was a media blitz. Yeah. Oh, it was an ad blitz. Shit, if it was an ad blitz, we had to combo off. Yeah, it's a blitz on top. I thought it was the other blitz. We lose. Yeah, so you're gonna see the combo here. So they basically pay, I don't know, all their money. They paid 14, so they can install 14 assets, which is why I don't think trashing the team sponsorship matters. Not that our money does. So basically, each time they install one of those 14, they can get 3 credits. Yep. At a medium dig for 9 cards, then showing off and whiffed. So assembly lines will fire, and they'll basically get all their money back a couple times. On top of that, they can draw the rest of their deck if they don't have it by just installing Shannon Claire, or not even, well, they need Shannon Claire if they need to draw the card from the bottom of their deck, which they could recur ad Blitz over and over again. They can install team sponsorships. They can install Cali testings, which is interesting. So the first agenda, I don't actually know how they score off. I think trashing the Cali testing in hand was important, but they can also put Cali testing on the bottom of their deck, I guess, and draw into it. Oh crap. Oh, I like the sound of that. Sorry, have to redo. No! All good. So we'll just watch this out. All right, ad Blitz is a double. That's worth knowing. It makes it a bit harder to score, but they can now install 14 cards from archives. I really don't like the ruling that you can just do assembly lines over and over again. Like, I would assume X has to be equal to or greater than the amount of assets currently in archives. I'm not a big fan of that ruling. But they had to trash their Lily Lockwell first just to get into archives, I guess, so they can respond to reinstall the lilies over and over again. Why don't you just add the credits, lol? They probably should. Like, this is tedious, you're right. They can probably just do the credits manually. So they're just basically cycling Lily Lockwares and assembly lines. Both of them they res for free, so it's 3 cards or 3 credits for free over and over again. And probably all the agendas are in the bottom of R&D. I wonder how they score out, though. I'm not fully sure about that, because they can't, the upgrades don't count, and they only have 1 click left. What am I missing? How do they score? Yeah, how do they actually score with this? I don't know. They can definitely C-source us. I don't think it matters. If this is like 14 assets, right? So 14 is legit. Oh, yeah? Doubles team. So the teams come back. I think trashing them wasn't really worth it. It cost them 1 credit. Or 2 credits, I guess. AL installs the upgrades from hand. Oh, yeah, AL installs the upgrades. You're totally right. And they've been putting the upgrades on the bottom of their deck. The issue is that it can get clumsy here, because if they draw this last card, like, they lose. Like, they can't Lily again. So they need to be able to win without this card, which should be totally possible. They only have to score 2 agendas. Yeah, so they just combo out from here. 15 minutes? Oh, yeah, they could be on 50 minutes, actually. That's a good point. But I think they can just now install all the assembly lines with team spawn, and then that's it. Yeah. That'll do it. Interestingly, how do they, I guess they would have to like get the CVS on the bottom of their deck and draw it with Lily as well. So that could actually kind of be clumsy depending on how many cards are in the deck, because Lily draws 3, not up to 3. So you could, in theory, clot this to some extent. This combo seems pretty good. It's really, really, really strong. Yeah, that is the 15 minutes. So now they can team sponsorship from archive. So now they win, right? Like, we can just concede, but we'll watch this happen. Saunders B-Day in about 50 minutes. Yeah, Vincent, it is. Assembly lines coming back. So we could have done it. I think we trashed the Wampoas. We're in an okay spot. They obviously can reinstall them. Man, Wampoa should be a region, right? I have a shot ready. Nonsense, that's what's going on here? Yeah, a bit. They only need to score another point. Oh, they had Beals and stuff. Like, if we just saw the cards on top of R&D, we had a chance there. So, like, we weren't out of the game. We just got a bit unlucky. If we had Stargate, like, Stargate, we'd have to trash Wampoa, but we had a chance here. But our deck still performs. I feel fine. And before Nisei bans rebranding team, it's one of those cards that has a chance of being, like, incredibly problematic in the meta. Oh, wow, they're doing a Wampoa here? They don't have a click. Wampoa lets you control the number of cards in your deck to get a multiple of 3, right? To some extent, yeah, you could plan it. If you're like thinking very far ahead, you're totally right, you could. But you can only use Wampoa once a turn, so yeah, you almost definitely can. This is why they banned CI, I'm just saying. They banned CI for sure. Good game. But like CI could do that consistently on turn 5. This deck like hinges on either getting a rebranding team scored, which is actually cool with the media blitz, which if that card gets removed from the game, that's not gonna be that big of an issue, or getting this scored. So I just don't know how easily you can score a rebranding team out. Cody says I miss CI so much. I'm expecting a current ban that would solve it if it needed solving. Yeah, I think everyone's expecting a current ban, so whatever. Unearthed some real scary stuff. Like the media blitz. Yeah, I honestly, when they saw R&D, I thought it was the other blitz. I thought it was media blitz, not ad blitz. The fact that if we realized that was an ad blitz, we'd have to just run HQ and try and get an access there. I feel like Wempo Reclamation is a card that I would rather also just ban from the game to some extent. I just really don't like cards like this that basically say, oh, you're trying to win, it's on the bottom of the deck, good luck. There's just not enough good ways to shuffle R&D. Toklogots to play Glen Station Takeover. My ID doesn't matter when I have the rebranding team scored mission. Oh, for sure. The early double Cali was nuts. Yeah, they needed the early double Cali to score the first 4-2, otherwise they had to media blitz it out. Feels like the old power shutdown. The thing is, like, decks can consistently do this in HB. Like, I feel like if this deck is an issue, the sports metal HB deck probably is a bigger issue. I feel like that deck can do that more consistently. The HB tools are a bit better, I think, than this. But I don't know too much about the combo decks. We were close though, like we were definitely close to winning the game. The issue again is like HQ pressure doesn't work, and that's mostly what we have for multi-axis, so it's just a bummer. Ooh, we accessed 2 non-agendas when their hand was 3 agendas 1 turn. Isn't it Asa, not sports? Oh yeah, you're right, I think Asa does it better. Classically that was sports metal the way that I remember it, but yeah, Asa probably does that better now. I think people realize how good Asa is. So we had a chance there. We definitely did have a chance. It was a mistake to not immediately install the slot machine on R&D. Yeah, I thought so. I guess you protecting into HQ should have tipped us off. HB has some issues getting back team sponsorship if they get trashed. That is true. I think that deck, well, I don't know, that deck classically ran like the combo decks ran archives. I don't think they ran restore, but they also ran preemptives, but I don't know, they seem good. I 2 Bolognas in hand. That's why I freaked out. Well, thanks for the game, eh? Just... It's been good so far tonight. Played against only big eyes so far. It's been sweet. Tier for 4 credits, etc. You can get enough going if you get a big game changer, but that makes you really weak to imp. Yeah, the worst matchup for that deck, I think, like, if I've seen in, I think Worlds or Nationals, people playing like, you know, Knob Curie imp in Freedom, that deck has a, I would say, close to like 5% win rate. Verbo says I dislike combo decks. Yeah, I can see it. I think combo decks are interesting. It's kind of like Titan. Like, the issue with Titan is there's so many runners that have no real tech against it, and that's obviously a problem. It also ends the game really quickly, but in some ways it's interesting where, sure, it boils the game down to a couple key cards, but then it gets exciting. I think players really in those matchups need to understand what they're doing, like what they need to trash to win, what do they need to trash to not trash to lose, or I guess the opposite of that. Hey, cheers. Thanks for the game. Stuff like that. I think that's interesting. I think combo decks are important in most card games. Like, they're just interesting and can be exciting to watch. Obviously, a lot of them can get totally uninteractive and that can get boring. This wasn't entirely it. I feel like Ad Blitz is like a very strong recursion card. That's the issue. Like, it feels like team sponsorship, but even crazier. And like, it's hard to interact with that when they can just bring everything back. But again, sponsorship can recur themselves as long as the corp has 1 left. And when the runner runs through ice to kill all the corp, has so much time to just score. Yeah. A lot of times those deck, though, they would just install them naked. But I guess Asa does it differently, huh? Game Changer is also a hell of a card. I think Big Boy banned Game Changer in their format because they have this understanding that it's crazy. My problem with Titan is that it completely removes the idea of playing out a game in any form that the runner and player found fun. They're very quickly forced into run fast with no deck build use in mind. I see where you're coming from, but like, for what it's worth, a lot of the what's it called decks, the Titan decks that games that I've had the chance to cast, especially in like high skill tournaments, are some of the most exciting because they come down to like these very important accesses. You see the destruction, people understand how quickly it goes. And I think it actually makes for really exciting games. I'm totally aware that there's certain matchups where, like, especially if you don't understand the matchup, where you just like install the game and then you lose by turn 5 by the scoring out of hand. And like, I think those are, you like, admittedly the runner played the game wrong. I also feel like there's some cards that help the matchup so much, like having something like Wanted Destruction or Stargate or Embezzle, like, helps a heck of a lot Clot. And if you don't have that, you're going to be in a problem. But I don't know, it changes the game out. There's always going to be faster decks, and like, runners are in theory favored in the late game classically. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I understand why it can suck though. It's true for 419 for Corpse. 419 I think is a different issue, because 419 it can just be incredibly oppressive and it'll just crush out any deck that doesn't have a really strong economy, which unfortunately is like most people playing silly stuff. So that's kind of an issue. I should say I dislike combo decks that are solitaire decks. I don't know. The thing is, like, when people play Titan decks, they don't just score from hand. They have to play around the runner too. Like, I think it undersells that as well. I very much agree. It's a very exciting match, and they are very skill intensive, but suddenly your deck does nothing, and that's totally bad. Yeah, that's like a really big thing, and that's the big thing that you see where people have to do a good job valuing and revaluing the value of cards in your deck. Like, I've seen that so much, where like, it's, you know, turn 3 in a Titan deck and you play daily casts when you don't have control. Like, that shit's just wrong. You shouldn't do that. And it does take a lot of the cards that you put in your deck and make them useless, and it's up to you to understand that. And unfortunately, that's a bummer, but that kind of makes it exciting in some ways. But I do agree with that. It definitely changes the value of your cards when the game is only going to last 7 turns. So it's the same thing though for like acid spam matchups, or like any matchups. There's some cards that are just not worth installing if the game's going to go a certain way. Like against Jinteki net damage, don't install Street Peddler, like stuff like that. It's the same idea to me, I guess. All right, we don't have time for another game, but I thought I was going to hang out for 10 minutes. There was a deck list that was given us. Oh, we'll just pull that up. Who sent this deck list? Oh, Zareth did. All right, I'll just look at this real quick, huh? This is a Kiko Nisei deck, 12 influence. Kiko's ability is kind of interesting. Whenever you access cards from R&D, do a side game. If you and the corp spend the same number of credits, access an additional card. So you're generally, if you pay 0, you force the corp to lose a credit a turn. Is that good? Probably not great, but it's pressure turn 1, which is kind of, as multi-access, is really rare in this game. One link is also pretty good. What about Chief's Lead deck? Unfortunately, we don't have time. I know there's a Chief's Lead deck here. I'll come back to this, but there is a Chief's Lead deck that was kicking around on, I think even if we just search Slee, it'll show up. There's kicking around, it looks fine. 54 cards? Uh-oh, okay. Yeah, this one actually seems, is this the one? Yeah, this like seems reasonable, and they said they got success with it. Which is very interesting. It doesn't have a way to do the last damage, which I find hilarious, but like, it's fine. And you have a lot of really good stuff in NBN to deal with that. Data Ward, Endless Eula, Afshar, Macrophage, Slot Machine, Newshound. Like, a lot of these things have multiple subroutines that you don't have breaking. I played in a tournament. Oh, no way. How'd it go, Will? So anyways, Kiko is 54 cards, which, you know, obviously you don't want at any point. The smaller your deck is, the more consistent it is, especially when you only have 4 breakers. Obviously you have SMC, but there's no good reason to do that. Contaminate, that's good virus support. It basically lets you get back from a purge. So what are we putting virus counters on? I'm assuming it is Data Sucker. So the Contaminate just puts your Data Sucker up at 3, which is interesting. You could actually Taco be in this list pretty well. Like, you don't have any AI, so maybe that's another option that saves slots and influence. Diesel, Laundry, Government Investigation. Oh man. So while secretly spending credits, players cannot spend too. Is that actually good for you? That's so fascinating. William says exact tied for first, Prestige, SOS, and ESOS? No way. That's wild. I've never seen that. What do you do? Do you share the victory, or do you do like rock, paper, scissors or something? Or do you do like a mystery challenge? This is a deck run Museum of History. So Government Investigations. The players cannot spend 2, so it basically becomes to 0 and 1. In theory, I don't know, why would you want that? Wouldn't you want that? If you and the corp spend the same number of credits. If the corp ever spends 2 to stop you from seeing 2 cards, I think you're happy. I don't know about that card. That's weird. Obviously, it's like 54th card syndrome. I don't think it's necessary to get your game plan up, but I don't actually know if it's particularly strong in the list. Rejig, we'll see what they get value from that. Sure Gamble, Maker's Eye, good stuff. They also have 2 Maker's Eye and R&D interface, which I think is a bit much. Interestingly enough, also they're not on what's it called, the console that Akiko has, and that console is honestly probably a bit underrated. I feel like that console is probably one of the better shaper consoles that nobody plays. I don't even know the name of it, but it seems pretty good. my god, I'm psychic. It's a Palongi Yakuza deck. Thanks for streaming. Hey, Joggin. Glad you can make it. I think the sleeve deck went 3-1 though, or maybe 2-2 is doing quite well. Happy B-Day. Thanks, bud. Thank you. Mind's Eye. That's it. Yeah, totally. So Mind's Eye is definitely an option. I'm not a big fan of Cyberdelia. It's like too big, slow, and clunky, and I feel like Ankuza and Golo might be slow and clunky too. I guess you do need the MU though, but Dinosaurs does save you 2 MU for what it's worth if you host one of your bigger programs on it. Dinosaurs and Ankuza also is like a hell of a combo. Yeah, ID interface, Simulchip with Palongi, good stuff. Yeah, Beth, Daily Cast, Caddy, Liberated Account, and Artist. Liberated Account is interesting. Like, I don't know what you do for economy in Shaper. Liberated Account it's like so weird. I'm always so fascinated, the brain's here. I'm always so fascinated by Liberated Account because like legitimately for the first 2-3 years that I was playing Netrunner, Liberated Account was a really bad card. And I don't know what it took. I think it took Career Fair for people to start playing it. And then people started playing this without Career Fair. And when you do the math, like sure, you're spending influence on this. Sure, you need to also have 6 credits to install it, which is kind of clumsy on turn 1. But when you install this, like you're spending 5 clicks to gain 10 credits. So it's like marginally better than, oh, actually, no, not for clicks. 5 clicks. And what do you do with Armitage? It's actually a lot worse. Also to have all your econ on 1 card is kind of valuable. But like, I don't know. I will admit that Shaper doesn't have much better, but like, is this card worth it out of faction? I guess you see this a lot in Adam. I don't know. Creo says Procon is green econ. Yeah, it totally is. Jogging says COVID birthdays are rough. Best to you and yours. Thank you. We're going to do a call tomorrow with the family, and my sister lives a couple blocks away, so we're going to meet in a park and do something safe. Not sure yet. It was all Alberta people, so I'll figure it out once person becomes a thing. Oh, really cool. Daredevil is a cool card. It does card draw, which Shaper isn't particularly good at. In fact, there's no card draw on this deck besides 3 Diesel. But again, it's an expensive card and it's a late game console. And I feel like if we're running, it's the same thing like with that. Like that's a really big deal. With the Atom deck that we're running, like it's so important to have some sort of early pressure, just on the basis that that like it takes us a while to set up. And we do have Palongi and Gola, which can do it for sure. Like that's really good. And Gola on its own is really good. But that's why I don't like Daredevil. Liberated has never been bad. It's Temple Lost before the last click, but it's always been good. It's been fine, but like admittedly nobody used to play this, which is super weird. The Artist is a 2 of. Again, it's a pretty slow card. I feel like with the Artist and Caddy, like I don't know if that might be too slow. And Kuza and Golo. And Kuza's a hell of a card. Misdirection as a 1 of, which is fine because you can tutor it, Data Sucker. Yeah, I feel like no matter what, you want to just kind of pare this list down. Like you can cut hopefully 9 cards from this list, which is a lot. And then like there's other really good cards that are not on this list. Like I think the ecom you get from Psych Mike is probably just better. Like Psych Mike turn 1 on R&D, like you can pay a credit, gain 2 back. I feel like Psych Mike as a 1 of needs to be in these lists. Day Job isn't bad. Yeah, I feel like Peace in Our Time is better than Day Job, but yeah, I get it. Also, like not playing Pad Tap with Peace is a bummer, but I guess Influence. You only have 12 in a Kiko. I don't know. I feel like Contaminates and Data Sucker are probably not worth it. I feel like you could just do what's it called? Takobi, because you're not running with AI, and that probably is good enough. Then you save slots and Influence, so you could play like Mining Accident or anything else. Shot is poured and ready. Let me know when you toast anniversary. Another great year of Andre Runner. Oh, thanks, Thanos. We got 2 minutes. Econ needs to be so much stronger before rotation. For Shaper specifically, yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's like all the good Shaper decks were Aesop Pawn Shop decks. I guess to some extent Magnum Opus, but I feel like if Magnum Opus was in the meta right now, it would be good in the mid to late game, and at that point it would be like absurdly good, but also absurdly boring. This deck also doesn't run Rizeki, which like, I don't know, you need to find out a really, really good reason not to run Rizeki in a Shaper list. A credit a turn, you can't turn that away. Even specifically if this deck does want to run Rejig, like you can't turn that away. A credit a turn is a crazy amount. Like, in that last matchup we just played, we probably could have just played 2 Rizekis in a gamble. We might have enough money to sneak out. Snitch au revoir was insane. Yeah, that was like a very niche deck, but you're right. That obviously is a problematic econ engine. I miss Opus so much. I played Opus at a Worlds. Who did I play? I played Valencia at Worlds. It didn't do very well, but I played Valencia, Magnum Opus, Frantic Coding with Maw. Back when CTM was really hot, because that's a really good matchup. And it's pretty okay against CI as well. Like, man, Opus was cool. I love how puzzled you sound with this deck. Yo, Zareth, how's it going? Yo, thanks for sharing this. Hopefully we're not too harsh at least, but is there anything you can say about it specifically? I think I see the idea here, but I feel like obviously 54 cards is the place to start, right? I miss Lucky Find. Yes, Changeling. Yeah, Lucky Find was a thing. Man, felt so good with 3 prepaids. Gain 9 when you're down at 0 after you're indexing. I don't know. Kiko's rough, right? Like that's kind of the issue with Shaper right now, is that if your ability doesn't give you economy or efficiency, like if you just have pressure turn 1, I feel like you need to build a deck that can capitalize and make economy based on that pressure. Psych Mike is a start, but like I love a Kiko decks that run things like Cuban, because Cuban is technically an economy card. I think that stuff is really good. But like maybe a Kiko's ability slows the corp down in the same way that it sort of slows the corp. Well, it sort of slows the corp down in the same way that what's it called? Alice does. Happy birthday, toast time. Hey, cheers. I'm out of beer. Maybe have this shot. Oh, I just spilled it all over. Okay, we're fine. We'll just drink a bit. Hey, cheers. Happy birthday. Thank you. Hey, Ian. Thank you. I did just make a mess. I gotta go fix that at some point. Rob, thank you. Floofy, thank you. Hip hip hooray. Hey, cheers, 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 cheers. It's wild. Always this week we're no longer we're at E3. It's been like the last 2 years, 3 years. So it's cool to be here for that. Oh, I forgot to mention too, I don't know if this matters, but the quality of the stream is twice as good as it normally was. The bitrate was really low, so I've increased it. I don't know if that matters. I don't know if anyone can tell. Fad Epstein, thank you so much. Cool. Thanks for joining me for the birthday. We'll be back on Sunday, and let me tell you, we're gonna have a really cool stream on Sunday. Again, for those who just tuned in, we have 400 new Netrunner cards. 400 new Netrunner, I think it's like 409 that were made by Mnemonic, who has built a card generator, both in program form and in a Photoshop template. So they've been using it to make some cards. And so we have 400 of them across all factions. So Pat and I will be playing with them on Sunday on Tabletop Simulator, because that's the easiest way to bring cards into a game. So that's really exciting for a lot of reasons. So hopefully join for that. We'll be doing that on Sunday, starting at around 11 or noon. So you might want to follow this channel, subscribe to get the link. Can we have a link to the card list? Unfortunately not, but after you will. Nemec wants to share them so you can download them and print them, or also they'll be sharing the Tabletop Simulator mod, so you can bring them into Tabletop Simulator just like we did. So yeah, you'll get them just after Sunday, because I don't know, that's the fun of it. Enjoy your cake. Hey, thanks, Vincent. Happy birthday, thank you. We can see your pores because incredible bit rates. I don't know. Also make the core protect R&D and then attack other servers. Happy birthday. Yeah, I get that for sure. I really do get that. GI's basically making the axis is 50-50, but the deck about bouncing ice as well. Cool. Hey, Kyle, thank you. Cool. I gotta clean up this beer mess, but thanks so much for hanging out tonight. We had a really good time. That Adam deck is like legitimately really fun, which is great. Any spoilers? I don't know. Fuck it. I guess we'll spoil one card. Give me 1 second. I want to show you the quality of these cards. Like this is not like this stuff is all publicly available, and there wasn't a big conversation about it, which I think is absolutely buck wild. Give me 1 second. Like the Photoshop templates are really good. I'm not going to open Photoshop because I do stuff with work and I'm worried that'll pop up, but let's just do like numbered cards. I'm going to just do Atom, I guess, because the Atom cards are dope as shit. Give me 1 second. I just don't know. Is this it? Okay, yeah, okay, whatever, we'll show this one. There's a lot of directives, which I'm really excited for. So this one, Frequent Dreams, it's a virtual directive. You cannot use credits from your credit pool to pay for events, but you can use recurring cards to pay for events. Can you build a deck around this? Heck yeah, you can. And there's like 6 more directives. Like I'm so excited for the Atom builds. There's some pretty wild stuff. This was also built with in mind that Atom is rotating at some point. So we actually have Atom breakers. We have other Atom identities. There's some really cool stuff. We'll pull another one because the Atom stuff I think is really, really cool. I don't know, is this one good? Oh yeah, this is technically another directive. You can't have more than 12 credits. When the turn begins, gain 1 credit if you have fewer than 6. This is a directive. I don't think it's as interesting as the other one, but it's possible. So I promise you, we have some really cool stuff. So on Sunday, right? That's awesome. Yeah, and they look really good. Like they're really good looking cards. Ian, thank you. You got me back into Netrunner. Hey, glad you can. Glad you got back. That's really cool. Anyways. Where do they source that art? A lot of it was pulled from across the internet. Some of them that they do have permission. The stuff they've been sharing publicly on their website, they have permission from the artists. But some of it, you'll actually see art from like other Netrunner type stuff. But a lot of it's just from the internet, and it's all credited appropriately. But they're not distributing it for money. I don't know. It's a weird gray space, but there's some really good art in there. They did not commission it. I can say that for sure. Okay, cool. Hopefully see you on Sunday. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm gonna go figure out a cake and see how bad my foot is. Thanks for hanging out. Everyone in playing games, good game. Everyone hanging out in chat, cheers. And everybody who is watching the VOD and hanging out, take care. We'll be back in a couple of days. Hopefully see you there. Ciao.